straight live straight away. Some of them take a bit extra. So try and hold on to all that beautiful gold for just a few more seconds.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that everyone
this
gets...
is still not appearing in my Twitch stream. I wonder...
Oh, they're always a tad late as well, aren't they? So yeah, this is welcome everybody to Kill Them with Comedy, though, the show where two comedians attempt to talk about... I'm not going to say serious things anymore because it's not general anything interesting.
I think that the sort of... I was meaning to talk to you about this. Oh no, it has started. There we go.
Yeah, we need to
one of the things I've been meaning to talk about is sort of like the direction of this podcast.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's excellent, but I think
we're going to start the show off here by Nathan telling us he doesn't want to do anything together anymore.
No, I think it's starting off too small. I think with this kind of thing, we just need to expand that shit out. We're always talking about doing a morning zoo type show.
Yeah,
I think we just do that with this. I think we just throw all the fucking stuff in, see what works, and come out the side of it. Because we know how to pod now. We've got that vibe. We just need to go like, what fucking shit do we enjoy talking about?
We've got the rapporte.
Do it. Goddamn right.
Rapporte when we're in person and when we're online as well.
Rappaport, that's what we've got.
That's exactly what I was thinking in my head as well then. I fucking hate that dude. He annoys me so much. He's so annoying. His voice as well.
He's hyper woke and stuff. And he's like, guys, what we gotta do is we're gonna get behind all these things. And he's always doing this with his arms. You know what I'm saying?
The way he talks, but it's not even just the way he talks. It's the things he's talking about. I mean, I'm not a sportsman, as you know. He's all about basketball and shit. But the way he's talking is like he's always really angry, but he's also thinks he's black too.
It's accurate. Yeah, it's accurate. Yeah. He's a huge fan of like the hip hop scene. So like that's where that came from. And it's like,
which is
the problem is it has a bit of that Westwood vibe, and as we all know,
that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what it fucking is. Fucking cheap energy drink fizzing all up me.
That's what you get when you get cheap ass carbon in your drinks, bro. Cheap ass carbon.
I think the carbon is probably the same, ain't it? Really?
Nah.
I don't think you can really do much with carbon at this point. We're going as far as we're going to go with it.
Big announcement. Something that everyone's going to have to know. Very important announcement.
Okay.
I've been let go from my job. I don't have a job anymore. So yeah, that's a
really good announcement.
It's a good announcement, isn't it, Carl? I mean, everyone knows it now. Everyone's aware. So go and watch my podcast. Listen to my podcast, Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse, available on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, wherever you get your fucking podcasts. Because I kind of need a little bit of help now at this point. You're
going to have a lot more stuff coming forward, possibly, don't you? A lot more resources to use to make it bigger. And we could nick for this too.
Yeah. I don't know. I
mean, going back to your point earlier, just so you know as well, with the Kill Them Comedy thing, changing it to like different things as well. It's kind of exactly what I was thinking. Hence why, like I said about the YouTube videos to you yesterday, and then thought afterwards we could just incorporate him to this, which is why I was like, we can incorporate some of the ones on the subject too, and then just watch some random crap after. And if we want to take
just enjoy that shit. Yeah.
Everyone likes watching videos as well, like, and people insulting it, because I watch a lot of stuff online where it's like, I want to watch the video they're watching too. And even if the people I'm watching, like that Revenge of the Cis one, they really annoy me.
Yeah.
They can be really funny sometimes, but they do just annoy me because they're so negative about everything. Like, so negative. I forgot my original point, but I like watching them. I like watching it both, so we'll let other people do it too. But so you have no way of supporting yourself financially anymore. Let's get back to that.
I've been looking into doing a university degree for a while, but I'm not even sure if that's what I want to do, to be honest, because it's that thing of like, you go to the university, it's like, we got to do this project and you got to do it in our way. And I don't really want to do it their way.
Well,
and I don't want to just do one project. I want to finish off the Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse stuff slowly, but I've also I want to do the Smoke and Drive one. You know, the one I've told you about before?
Yeah. I mean, what?
It's literally just two mates in a car smoking, and every so often every week it's a different like stoner of the week, where it's like one of their mates that's just a weirdo. I've already written out various scenarios for each one of them.
It's like
they only need to be like
getting
5 to 10 minutes long at a piece.
It's like comedians getting coffee in cars, but it's stoners getting high in cars. Interviewing.
No, not even that. It's like fully scripted. Like
okay.
I've had it written for fucking ages. It was sort of one of the ideas that I sort of had before I started stand up. I was like, oh yeah, this would be a great idea, because me and my friends always had these rules around how, well, these are going to be the rules of the story.
Yeah.
And like, I've told you a couple of them before.
Yeah,
like,
every proper stoner group I've met, it was the same with us, same with you now.
Rules, man. Yeah.
Same with the other group that we kind of merged with. Yeah, they all have their own little rules. They're very similar, but they're all different in their own way. And just little things you do, like places you go to. You have this, like you said, your prang thing. Yeah, the loads.
Yeah, never ignore the prang. That's one of the most important rules.
I've took that one on now, and it's very true.
It's such a good rule. Like genuinely, you'll just be sitting there going like, oh, I don't feel right. Why don't I feel right? Should I smoke this? I don't know. I just,
it could be almost as if
accept it.
It could be almost as if there's some kind of I don't know, programming that's going on, and you're just kind of aware of it for a second, but then you're like, you could never be aware of it because that kind of stuff doesn't exist. So you just kind of carry on.
Yeah.
But that's later on. We'll get to that in a bit.
It's like you're seeing an Easter egg for the future in gaming terms. Like you're seeing a little bit of something you're not supposed to see, but but it's teaching.
A little bit of like So just explain what it is for anyone that doesn't know.
The what?
The always
Easter
trust
egg.
the prank.
Always trust the prank. Yeah, everyone knows what an Easter egg. The always trust the prank is simple. If you're in a group of more than one person, right, and one of you's pranging out, thinking like, oh, something's going to happen, like someone's going to turn up, or like this kind of thing, we're going to deal with that. That's fine. Just one person, ignore it. That's fine, provided everyone else feels good. No issue. If you got two motherfuckers in the group who at the same time go like, yeah, something's wrong here.
You got to get out of here.
You got a consensus. You get the fuck out of there. It's helped us so many fucking times. The amount of times me and my friend have been sitting there somewhere having a little smoke, and then all of a sudden we both get the prang, and we're like, we need to go. We should go. Let's go. And we go. And on the way out, we saw a fucking police car go straight into where, like, that's fucking insane. You can't ignore that shit. Never ignore the prang. If you're smoking weed, don't ignore the prang.
So you'll react to it in the moment, but that is the kind of stuff, like just anything like that, anything that doesn't quite make sense, is the kind of thing that people always like they'll see it, but they'll try to straight away, like everyone does it as well. You'll see something you don't understand, you'll try to straight away try to like explain it in your head, come up with ways to shrug it off,
Yeah.
That's just a general thing. Like, I mean, that, like, trusting the bang. God knows what the reason would be for that. I don't think there would be. Well, we're all psychic. There you go.
Well, no, I don't know if it's even that. I think it's just, I don't know if premonition's a thing, but there's always like, go with your gut reaction.
Mm-hmm.
It is as simple as that. You're just following your gut. You're just going like, I don't feel right about this situation. If you ever like in a situation where you're like, I seems wrong and I don't want to do this particular thing that I've been told I have to do, or that that you've set yourself up for, like if it's a party or something and it's desperately seeming like something's wrong, it might be that something's wrong. Like
yeah, it just might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose it's almost like the atmosphere too. Like it's like when people say about the energy of the atmosphere, because it is very much like that. And when you said that, it made it feel more like that.
Yeah.
Said like that a lot
it's
then, but
very
I think you
similar.
understood what I meant.
Yeah. It's the same sort of thing. But like, as I said before, like one of my favourite things to talk about is there were a load of sheep in Australia. And in one place in Australia, a bunch of sheep started rolling over cattle grates. So they weren't getting caught in the grates, and they weren't being stopped, and they just kept going. But that happened all the way across Australia, all over the country, simultaneously in multiple places. It's like they weren't talking to each other, these sheep.
Oh, yeah.
But for some reason, all the sheep all over got the same idea of how to roll across grates. Like, you can't. That is something, you know.
That is it straight away like brings us into the glitch in the matrix thing, because I mean the whole simulation theory, like that's not even the most interesting part of like, for anyone who doesn't know, simulation theory is exactly what it says on the tin. It's the idea, isn't it, that we're all in a matrix. If you ever seen the Matrix, you know what a simulation theory is. It's that.
I mean, it's not even. It's well, I suppose it is.
Without the robots
but...
pulling us out, you know, and that secret.
It's just a computer game, basically. Like, there's some
well, it could be that though. It could be that.
It's just SimCity.
Yeah, this is the Matrix right now where we live in. Not the internet, not this box. Well, I suppose that is too.
As I've said before, this does feel a lot like a little kid getting bored of playing his SimCity game at the moment. You know, he's bored of it. Everything's got a bit dull. He's like, fuck it. Let's throw some nukes down and shit. Let's get a couple plagues on the go. Let's see how I can destroy this fucking city that I've made.
I mean, even that stuff, like, you know, that stuff you can find reasons for, like, because there's, you know, like the government's getting angry at each other. So we've got a dog fucking pulling at every wire. Small dog.
What?
Small dog's managed to get round in all the wires. There you go, mate.
How?
Run. Because he's a little, he's like a Yorkie, so they're tunneling dogs, aren't they? So if he sees anything he can get through, he will go through it. And he's an old ass dog, as you know. Yeah. He can't do much. He can't see. He can't hear. He can't even smell too much now. He can hardly walk. Can't run.
But if he can find himself a tunnel,
if he finds a tunnel, he will go through it. It's like I don't know, but like I was trying to think of something then, but it's like an old lady that can't do anything anymore. Her mouth's all like buggered up, like, you know, her throat too. She can't drink anymore. She's still drinking. She's sort of singing, going out on the scene. She used to be a singer herself, you know. She used to do all that. She used to dance. She can't do that anymore because the bones are all gone. But the one thing she can do every month, when Jimmy, her grandson, comes round, she can take a good couple of lines and have a good conversation. That reminds me of the old days. That's exactly what Spike's doing with the tunnels.
Yeah, that's how that works. Yeah.
He's reminding himself of the old days. For most, it's coke. For him, it's going through
For
things.
most, it's definitely cocaine. Apparently.
Yeah. Well, I suppose technically that's true as well, because everything had coke in it back in the day. So
yeah, it did. Even Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I watched not too long before it came out exactly what that was. It was originally Coca-Cola was based on this wine tonic that was what was it now? It was wine. I think it was a rosé wine mixed with cocoa leaves, which obviously where we get cocaine from.
Oh shit, that sounds pretty good. That does sound pretty good.
And then basically the guy who made Coca-Cola was a struggling dude who had no money. So what he did was he basically just copied the wine tonic and coca leaf thing because it was cheap to make. The knockoff.
Oh, I didn't do a silent burp because it's not going through that. Everyone heard my burp. Jesus.
No, it didn't. It like kind of cuts off at certain times. Like it seems to know.
Interesting.
I think it's just when one of us is talking, it just cuts on, like, so we can't both. It tries to stop us both talking at the same time or something. I think.
Okay.
But what's my point now? Yeah. So Prohibition came along, and that guy was like, "Oh no, they're gonna make me take the alcohol out. Fine, I guess I'll make this non-alcoholic. I guess I'll call it Coca-Cola. I mean, it might catch on. People might like it. Who knows?"
So it's like, yeah, go ahead, enjoy that coca leaf in there, but just don't you put alcohol in there, motherfucker.
A lot of people realise that that's 1900s for Coca-Cola, wasn't it? Then because Prohibition was like the 50s or something.
Yeah. Oh, no, Prohibition was 20s, I think. Was it 20s?
Oh, 20s. Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Or 30s or 40s, I'm not sure.
I was thinking, and I was about to say, but it wasn't after World War II, so.
Yeah. It was sort of just after the turn of the century, I think.
So a lot of people don't realise this too, but makes that point again that Dr. Pepper is older than Coca-Cola.
And Dr. Pepper is more delicious.
Mm-hmm.
By far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although I regularly go through fads between my favourite drink, like soft drink, between Dr. Pepper, and it's been since I was a kid, between Dr. Pepper and cherry Coca-Cola. They're the two.
I think Dr. Pepper's better. Just for
At
me
times.
personally, because the thing is about cherry Coke is I like cherry Coke, but I only want it on a certain occasion. Well, I could drink a Dr Pepper any motherfucking time.
Yeah, it is very true. Do you know what? The flavour of Dr Pepper is actually based on what it's supposed to be, anyway.
It's root beer and something, isn't it? Root beer and Coca-Cola. Or...
It's I don't know what they say is, but it's supposed to be 23 flavours that make the flavour of cherry, but a weird cherry.
Okay, I kind of get that. It's definitely got root beer in it, though. There's definitely a root beer sort of undertone to that motherfucker.
It's not just cherry at all, but yeah, it's just nice, like I said. An American one tastes completely different too.
Does it?
Yeah, everything tastes different, don't it? Because they have like different things over there, like different sugars and that.
I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
I don't know enough about making Coke or Dr Pepper. Hardly lived, Carl.
Yeah. If you don't know how to make Dr Pepper, you haven't lived at all, my friend.
It's true. Like you fucking
Do you want me? Would you like me to show you the first of these little glitch in the Matrix videos I got?
Yeah,
I got some specific
ones.
I got a couple of specific ones, but I've got a couple of little, like, the compilation videos. So I thought we could watch some of them and see what they're like. Okay, so let me figure out how to do this again. Okay, there it is. The Chrome, that should be popping up. Does that come up now?
Oh wow! Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah. There's all different ways you can do it. I'm just getting the link for the first one.
Adobe's getting a little bit of.
Adobe. The stupidest part is you pay. I'm just skipping the advert.
Stop the Twitch.
Like
mute it.
Oh, it's an advert. It's free.
No, it's not. That's someone else's song, and they're only allowed to use it. If it goes on Twitch at all, they'll be like, cancel the whole thing.
Oh, so I need to mute this then, do I?
You're gonna need to mute anything that's got any potentially, like,
Okay.
Potentially owned music in it. Like, yeah, it's fucking annoying shit.
I can just mute that there, can't I? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, this is the first. Have I got that looking sexy now? Look at that. Look how sexy that looks on the screen, man.
That looks sexy as fuck. That looks beautiful. So what's this video for? What's this YouTube video? Is this a Watch Mojo or is it?
No, we don't want that. No, I haven't gone for the Watch Mojos. We don't need to be listening to that lady. We all know her voice.
Yeah.
This has got something at the beginning. I think it's like 30 seconds. I'm trying to fucking do it on the actual thing then. Where is it? 30. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Number 10. The Breathing Land in Quebec.
Oh, I've heard of this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this one before as well. Wait, so can I play this audio then?
Yeah.
Surely see the terra firma that breathes like a human heart. This strange occurrence had many people.
I mean, it is fucking weird.
Many experienced arborists have unanimously agreed.
Yeah. See, when I think of glitches in the Matrix, though, this is in no way what I think of straight away.
Yeah.
And I can imagine what it's probably going to be. I'm just listening to see if he says it.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
What if the original programmers of our world made a mistake by copying a line of code meant for a heart onto another meant for the
No, he's just straight in simulation theory.
What is
He's
that?
straight in.
What the hell?
I don't. You know what? I need to hear this guy from the beginning now. Fucking hell. I need to hear this guy from the beginning, how he's talking about this. Just turn this off.
On tape.
This is great.
Number 10. The Breathing Land in Quebec. This viral recording of the ground heaving up and down was taken in the Quebec province of Canada in 2018. If you look closely enough, you'd surely see the terra firma that breathes like a human heart. This strange occurrence had many people talking about forest spirits and giant turtles.
It's definitely
However,
there.
many experienced arborists have unanimously agreed that it's only a question of pull and push. As it seems, this one is between the roots of a tree and the firm soil during a storm. They even gave convincing footage of a similar event that occurred in Finland 2011. But here's the question. What if the original programmers of our world made a mistake by copying a line of code meant for a heart onto another meant for the ground? Just look at the scenario. A creepy, almost unexplainable event happened. Not long after, a video from the past gas popped up to help us rationalize it? Quite weird, isn't it? Truth, we can't rule out the possibility of an extraterrestrial force at play.
Buy any of
Perhaps
this
is
one,
one
mate.
of those
I'm sorry.
times
This
when our
is
simulators
just-
tried to cover up the glitch.
What is he talking
This
about?
is just a natural thing that's happened. I know, it's bizarre, mate. Oh,
Just the fact that he's
hang
just...
on, I've got my own stream playing on the thing.
Oh, as we always said so many times, like so many people just jump into these random things, these random opinions on what it must be.
In the never-ending matrix they put us in. Think about it.
Yeah, think about it. So to me, like, I don't know about yourself, but that just seemed like it was some kind of like gas buildup underneath some really crappy, you know, like maybe a lot of the ground's been displaced by earthquakes or just general. There's
That's
loads of like
it looks like a
all the extra water and that in
natural
this.
occurrence. Yeah, there's something obvious. It's like there's places where you can like stamp on the grass and it'll wobble like it's water and shit. It's
when it's all waterlogged, like you'll stamp on something and obviously it'll displace something over there.
not even waterlogged. There's some places where it's just literally that's what the ground's like for whatever reason. It is high water areas, but you know.
Yeah. It's just like it's like it's like it must be like all gassy and stuff in there. When it's going up and down like that, I imagine it's just like something I don't know. Think about it. I suppose it would be like gases going in and out, like because you see those islands, don't you, that only appear for like certain months in the year.
Yeah, it's got to be something like that. I mean, it could even be, you know, like air going up a channel somewhere in a mountain, and it's all collecting, and then it has to go up somewhere. So, you know, we've got no idea, but it's not fucking. It's clearly not a broken matrix.
Yeah. I don't think it would be that hard, to be honest, for like scientists and, you know, geologists, I guess, more to look at that and figure out exactly what's going on. I don't think that would be very hard at all. They probably already have, and we just don't know.
Well,
so I bet, okay, let's have a look then now.
Number 9. The weird dog attack.
Yeah. When I was first finding these videos, this is the one I clicked on just to quickly make sure I was watching the right kind of stuff. You were saying something earlier about the cows that were falling down and that.
Sheep rolling across cattle graves and things. Yeah, all at the same time. Yeah.
Just reminded me of this straight away, so it's interesting.
Do you still believe that the breeding land in Quebec is nothing but mundane stuff? How about dogs caught eating off a car part? That's not just eerie, it's actually quite alarming. It was a stressful night in 2016 for Mr. Kemakar, a mechanic in Turkey, when he decided to park one of his cars in front of his shop and went home with another. And to his utmost wonderment, he met his car banged up the next morning, and without much ado, he notified the police department. After much investigation, the CCTV camera close by revealed that the damage to his car wasn't done by any man, but by 8 stray dogs.
What?
The dogs were seen tearing off the front part of his Toyota Corolla like some sort of fresh chicken meat. The local veterinarians in the area proposed that the dogs were probably avenging the death of their friend hit by a similar car.
Dad managed to get it off before he started, though.
Yep, very good, very good.
I'm a goddamn G. Look at that.
Looking for a cat under the car.
Yeah, so
that's what I thought. I thought like, there's something underneath the car that they're trying to get to, probably.
Yeah. Or someone doesn't like him and stuck some chicken in it or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like, I don't think dogs are smart enough to go, I will avenge my friend because that car looks the same. Cars aren't really things to dogs.
Well, is that what it said? I missed that part of the video. Did he say
that? Yeah, he's like, to avenge their brother who was killed by another car. It's like, no, dude.
Oh god, they're organised in that way. They experience revenge.
Yeah, they're organised in their coming for us.
Guys,
technically wolves are organised to a certain extent, but not like that. Don't be.
Yeah, technically, and so in that case.
Technically, yeah.
And they are though. I mean, they're planning some stuff. I tell you.
What, ants?
Number 8.
Ants.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, Carl. You and me are on the same thought process there. They're fucked up.
It is. It's just, but, I mean, we can't talk about it too much because they're listening, so.
They are listening.
Yeah. Move on.
Yeah.
When we first got a glimpse
this
of
one's
the
just
video
a
of a
frame
helicopter
rate.
suspended in the air with stationary rotors, we thought it was one of those low-budget animated cartoons. But we were astounded when we found out it was genuinely caught on tape.
It's crazy, though.
The recording came as proof when a YouTube user named Chris claimed that he saw a strange whirlybird.
You reckon that's just straight up frame rate then?
Yeah. That's what that is. It happens all the time. It's the same reason why when you watch a car on the motorway as it starts to accelerate next to you. It looks like the wheel's going one way, and then it stops, and it starts looking like it's going in the other direction. And the reason why is because your eye is taking frames at exactly the same pace as the car is turning at some point, and then it goes faster and it starts going the other way. It's
normally when you're watching it and it looks like it's going like that bit backwards, it's because we either have a slightly because we have a lower level of frame rate that we can see, isn't it? So that's going a bit faster. So it's going backwards.
So actually, it's doing like a full rotation almost before it gets there. So to you, it looks like it's going in the opposite direction. Yeah,
I suppose that one must be going so fast then that it's just perfectly that it's always we're seeing it in the same position every single time.
Yeah.
Or the camera anyway.
Like the camera's probably 60 frames per second. So that rotor blade's going around about 60 frames per second at that point. So it looks like it's still. I mean, it's not rocket science, but some people just don't fucking understand how cameras work. It's the same reason why there's so many problems with like the moon landing stuff as well.
Yeah. And with not frame rate, but same kind of thing. Like people will say like UFOs and that. It's like, well, why is it only now that we're starting to see videos, of things in the sky? Like, well, I can see it. So if you think it's that easy, try taking a photo of the moon, even with cameras now.
Yeah.
Not
try
easy.
Doing that.
Yeah.
Like Samsung had to put a fake moon in their fucking things when you
this
take
helicopter took off just like magic.
That's how it works.
They
went, look at how beautiful our moon photos are. You literally take a photo of the moon
with
and it
the current trend about
superimposes a picture of the moon over where the moon is. That's
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that there's a whole thing for it. So. It's smart. It's the only way you're ever going to get to do it.
It's true, but come on, guys. Like
I said, the moon's hollow though, so it's a whole different thing.
Oh, it's a Hind as well. I've just realised that's a Hind.
What?
It's a Russian attack helicopter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the moon's hollow though. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I mean,
I did actually see this thing about some like extra tests they've done like on the density of it, and density is just a lot less than they feel like it should be. And it was actually like NASA people like saying this, which is really strange.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't necessarily mean it's hollow. It just means it's made out of less like metal materials than that we thought it did, which would make sense because the whole way that the moon came into existence is two planets collided, and then the Earth took all of the metal, and the moon went, "What can I have?" And it said, "Have some fucking dust, you dirty perv."
That's a weird thing as well, because with that, like, there was this whole thing about different things wrong with the moon. It's like the rocks are a lot older there, apparently. Well, I don't know. I want to look at it properly sometime.
Oh, yeah, the rocks can be a lot older, though. That's the thing, because it's not from the moon's creation. It's from that previous planet, which is billions of years old.
But shouldn't it be the same kind of, like, age as the stuff we've got here, is the idea?
It depends when the previous planet was made.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if they're too much together... Because we're the same as the moon, aren't we? Which is a lot what people don't get. We're made from the same thing because it's the two things mushing together.
We're made from roughly the same. Yeah.
And then
but that's the thing again. Like this, ours got all of the metal, so it's got a lot more of different types of materials. It could well be some way we don't know yet. The way it sort of stratospheres itself out when it doesn't impact. That like the lighter stuff stays on the outside, and that's maybe the older stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'd struggle to agree with the Earth being hollow one. That's
the moon.
The moon being hollow.
I could buy into it just in the sense of it might be hollow, but then it was like straight away in the same sentence when they were like, so this must mean it's an alien craft that's doing this. It's like, I'm out.
I know.
No, it doesn't mean that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah.
Cool if it did. It's so surprising how little you see.
We don't live in that amazing world. We don't live in fucking Transformers or whatever it is.
We might be a glitch until the glitches come out and we've seen it. Then I don't know.
In a simulation.
All right.
That is amazing, though. That
how
video.
Stuff works, a
like,
website
the way it's so perfect,
theories explain that the phenomenon was actually an optical illusion. Yeah. One that happens when the shutter of a camera moves at the same speed with the steering mechanism of a chopper. Yeah. Although we know that helicopter blades can appear invisible to the eye when it's at very high speed, and we might have understood this one too. But is that truly what happened? Or is it evidence that we live in a video game and we don't even know it? What do you guys think?
Oh my god, this guy is the worst.
It wasn't bad,
he gives you the entire scientific explanation and goes, But is it though? It's fuck
Is it
off,
really?
man. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
You
that one,
just
no.
explained it.
That one, he definitely did not believe that one as much because the other ones he was like, it is this, and this one's like, is it?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe. Yeah, I know. Fucking. This is conspiracy mind happening right in front of us.
It's exactly what it is.
Conspiracy mind.
I fucking love it.
Number 7.
It's brilliant to watch.
Yeah.
The unfaithful mirror
Oh,
image.
I've seen this before.
One
This is
thing that will do
interesting.
anything you ask of it is your image, especially
The only
the
thing
one...
with a lot of these is going to be like, you have to assume it's just not edited video or something.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of things with these ones in particular as well, where it's like people, because you can't see just what's off screen with a reflection. It could well be that the angle of the mirror isn't aiming where you'd expect it to be.
Yeah.
You know.
So. Let's have a look. We're putting these disclaimers there just because we know for a fact that the man doing the video won't.
It's not like they have any choices, or at least that's what we believe. However, it seems our super smart simulators are slacking behind at keeping us with that notion. Even someone who is just getting familiarized with the Matrix theory will start doubting what's real. That's when he sees this footage of a mirror image that appears to be disloyal to its owner.
Oh, come on.
That's not the one I was expecting.
No.
But no, that's just...
And who posted this video online explained how he saw the weird reflection of a man in the mirror. The car was waiting for footage of a mirror theorized with the Matrix theory.
This one's just, it's absolute shit. That one, we've all seen this. It's as you say, it's a VFX thing.
Yeah.
Someone has literally just done a fucking cutout around that section and made it happen. I could show you how to do it with a rotoscope.
You'd need a green screen, wouldn't you, on the mirror, because you couldn't just put it on.
You wouldn't even need a green screen. You can do something called a rotoscope. Now you can do something called a rotoscope, Carl, which is basically you see the edge of the mirror there. You literally just with lines place where the edge of the mirror is.
But
and then with lines you'd place around the edge of the kid's hand as well, and then you tell it to study the image, and it will study the image along. Go like, okay, yep, that's where the hand's moving. That's where the hand's moving. Then when it comes to the movement of the kid, all you do is you take the exact same footage and you speed it up a little bit. That's why you get that weird, like, quick turnaround near the end, because he sped the footage up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, at the end, it looked like it. I think it might have just been sped up for the video anyway, I assumed. But
no, that is the way that I could show you how to do that. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that, because I was going to say it's because of the hand on top. That's why I was saying you couldn't. No. But I suppose it's like the smart kind of green screen backgrounds that you get.
It's even better than that. I mean, rotoscoping is what they did for all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So they literally had teams of people going pixel by pixel, netting shit out of existence.
God, if only you could do that in real life, like as it's going.
Yeah,
net people out of existence. That'd be amazing. Well, you can. It's called murder, but
Yeah, a bit illegal.
We'll start doubting what's real. That's when he sees this footage of a mirror image that appears to be... We saw the weird quite add up to the actions of the man. And he's quite right. You could see it if you carefully work out the still image compared with the
okay.
shaking his head around.
Not the same hair. Not the same hair.
Well,
and it could be the passenger. I wanted to see the passenger.
That's the passenger.
Yeah,
seriously, go back and look at the guy's hair. Right, pause it for a sec when you can see both at the same time. Right, so in that mirror, it looks like the hair's back. If you go close up, it looks back like a woman with her hair back, in my opinion. And that dude has got like spiky hair that's coming out. You can't see that anywhere. You know?
I know exactly what you're saying. You got the spiky hair, like you said at the front, kind of.
And in fact, I think you can see a passenger in the car next to him if you zoom out. Like when it's zoomed out a little bit further back, like literally as it zooms.
Oh yeah, okay. Just when it's yeah. I'll pause that in a second.
The car was waiting.
Look there. There's a head. There's literally a fucking head in that seat.
It's hard to see, but it looks.
Oh shit! There isn't a head.
No, in the second passenger seat though, if you look just above to the bottom left of like the top of the seat, the left of the top of the seat, it might be a tiny bit of a head poking up, or it might be a shadow, but you can't tell. But
yeah, but is that actually is that the ridge of the actual windscreen? I'm not sure.
That's not the bit I'm on about. That Yeah, you can't tell there though.
Right next to his, but the mirror image
But it
did
must
not
be though,
quite add up
surely.
to the actions of the man.
I mean, it
He's
can't
quite
be.
right.
Yeah.
You could see it if you carefully work
That's
out
not
the
quite
The
right.
hair
It's
is what
compared with
tips
you,
me
still
off because
believe
that
that you
hair
have
is still
control
not the
over
same.
your
I don't
reality
think that
in
hair's
this
the
view.
same.
No, I agree. Yeah, I think we can move on from that one. That's just, I don't buy that either.
It could even be
Number
someone in the
6.
car behind him, for fuck's sake. You know.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah. Like, it's a weird thing about the mirrors like that. It never goes where you think it's going to. Or, I mean, it never goes where I think it's going to.
No, exactly.
The light in the mirror. It seems the mirror is one of the best places to observe glitches in the Matrix. Some years back, a Reddit user posted a video about a bizarre occurrence in his room at about 3 in the morning. He noticed that the reflection of the lamp beside his bed had its light turned on when the actual object was in no such state. Many explanations have ensued from this, but the best one we got claimed that the weird light was some sort of residual glow left behind in the lamp by its hot filament, and such light can only be seen at certain positions, as demonstrated by the shovel glow.
I mean, that's fair.
You need a Terra, an all-in-one remote
I
monitoring
don't know.
management solution to run your entire.
The explanation he's given, I
vertically to
mean.
the real lamp. However, it's so hard to accept that such bulbs
Well,
can
what did you
produce
think?
afterglows.
Yeah, I don't think those bulbs do actually produce afterglow. I think that's more likely to be a reflection off of something, to be honest.
I doubt it would be a
Because
reflection.
there are other light sources, although that's quite a bright reflection. Yeah.
And it's a very, like, particular, it's just a very, what would be like, what would be the word for it? It's a very small reflection. Just one particular place, isn't a very small space.
Yeah, it's very. But that
I
can
think that
happen
would-
on like a circular surface like that. If you get one light coming across it, it will look like a line going directly across.
Yeah.
Um,
It very much could be that, but it also could be just the heated filament thing too. Like depending on what kind of lamp it
Could
is,
be.
we can't really tell. And if it's that, then that
Yeah,
definitely is a
could
thing.
be. Yeah.
Yeah. See, this ain't no Matrix stuff. What you on about, Mr. Sir?
Number
you
5.
You
Not
wasting your
yet.
time
Not
here.
yet.
The twins that aren't twins. Weird, right? The real
Oh, I've heard it
staring the same
before.
name.
They had the
No,
same
they're just
name.
two ginger
Even
dudes.
fancy identical types
Yeah,
of
it was.
glasses.
There's been a few of these. They had like the same name, the same everything. I think they were actually. There's been ones that actually are twins. One that were actually broken up at birth, but
Separated
then
at
led
birth and shit, yeah.
but then led the same lives. Like ended up marrying people with the same name, same areas, and yeah, I don't really see how you consider that a glitch.
That just happens when you've got like 8 billion of people on Earth. Like
Yeah.
people end up doing roughly the similar kind of shit, you know?
Yeah, if you can think of it, it's out there, and that works in every sense.
Yeah.
David
Oh God,
Radcliffe's
what?
doppelgangers.
Jesus Christ, why is this?
The Matrix.
No, I'm not even
showed
Dude,
looking at this.
people who
But the
look
cryptic
like
thing about the
people.
male resident in Serbia was
Jeez,
them
look
were
at this.
fun-looking women.
They just
It
happen
was
to
only
be
just
wearing
recently that
similar
an active male
glasses.
resident hard to understand
Yeah,
how
that's the
our
main
Matrix wasn't
thing,
taking a
like-
liking towards him. Tape.
Oh, I've
Everyone
seen this
knows Mike
before.
Tyson.
The
If
time
you
traveler
don't, just
one,
look
this
him up
is.
on Google. You'd find out that he's one of the legends in the world of boxing.
You ever seen
likes
this?
of Anthony Joshua and Mayweather. You wouldn't have to roam the internet for long to
Look,
see
this
some
one.
recorded encounters with Iron Mike. However, there was a particular fight that caught the attention of conspiracy theorists. That match was held on August 19th, 1995 against Peter McNeely, 4 years after his
Get
prison sentence.
Inventor with monthly,
Well, he won the fight,
annual,
all
or
right, but that's not the
3-year
thing.
options.
Try to look closely at
May I just point out as well, Mike Tyson right there, the toughest motherfucker with a lisp. My brother right there. My brother.
Quite true. Yeah, very true.
Very fucking true.
the background.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with
See
him.
a man holding
Nope,
a smartphone
even now.
recording the match.
Oh yeah, look.
That's supposed
So that in the background there, they're saying is a smartphone.
That looks like a cell phone. It does.
It does, but obviously this is like the mid-90s.
But
or
it's
something.
right up against his eye, and that is not how you would use
That's a good
a
point.
mobile phone.
I'm sure I remember seeing on some other one I saw this on that back then. Yes, obviously smartphones were around, but there was a camera you could buy, a video camera that basically looked essentially like a smartphone in a way. You know, it was like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
reckon that's what that is. Yeah. I mean, no
Yeah,
one
100%.
goes around going like, "I'm gonna film this."
Wait, what? Go back like what?
I'm gonna
No.
film it. Oh, yay!
I couldn't see it then because I was on the other thing, and I'm so glad I came back to see.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get past this man right now. Okay,
time for today's best pick.
let's pick.
Okay.
Our best
I
pick for
regret
today
using
will
this man's
prove to
video.
you how easy it can be to manipulate reality and how valuable we are at the feet of our perceptions. Number 2.
Oh, just best picture.
The Zhao Hajian floating cyclists. So far, we presented many instances that support the fact that we have a basis for such passion of pictures. These photos, a man named Zhao Hajian filled the internet with a compilation of pictures. These photos feature many bicyclists going about their daily business along the streets in China. They're familiar images
Yeah,
you
and
see
he's just
around,
removed them.
only that
Yeah,
all the pedalers
you can
were
see
floating
where the
atop
Photoshop
shadow
lines
of their
are.
bicycles. The scenes were so well laid out, you could easily surmise what each of the riders was doing at the time the picture was taken.
Oh, yeah.
Although all of them were digital fakery to meet the effects that we see.
Oh, there we go.
The message they hold was as genuine as everything else on this list. Think of it this way.
That's a good little precursor to a video I'll put up after this, which is a very good little pic that I saw ages ago, and it's just cool.
Okay.
Someone on Earth could pull this off. Imagine how much better individuals with superior civilizations
Fucking
would
magicians do that all the
Yeah.
time.
If all the strange occurrence
Go through town, you'll see loads of people doing it.
And just like Neo, we live in the Matrix.
I mean, we have
Maybe
fucking Yoda going around doing it.
Judge.
Have you not
Before
seen Yoda in town doing it?
No.
Really? Yeah, Yoda's in town. He's always around.
Yoda.
He's got Yoda. He's got he's got a staff, and he's just floating like halfway up it with his legs crossed. You know, little Yoda man.
Okay.
He's always there. Yeah, going back to magic.
I'll have to find out, I guess.
Yeah, he's actually always there, like there so much.
Yeah.
move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video.
Oh, no, I don't understand what the thing was then.
Really
No,
works.
so the I don't know. So that other one then was just a digitally
That was like the one
folded...
before the phone. Yeah, that was it.
Okay. Great glitch, dude.
The teleporting
Yeah.
dog and Chili.
We're all living in the
And for our
Matrix
final
because
entry,
people have
we bring you a
Photoshop.
recording that made quite
really
some rounds
regret
on the internet.
doing this guy's video.
videotape
Oh,
features
wow.
a dog that disappeared out of no recording that made quite some rounds on the internet.
That
This
dog was
videotape
lucky.
features a dog that disappeared out
Yeah.
of nowhere during an illegal car race
Oh,
on the
wait,
streets
and
of
they're trying to
Chile.
say he disappeared
For the short
after.
It
video,
appeared
guess how
out of
fast the
nowhere.
cars
It
were
didn't
going, and there's
disappear
no way
out
they
of
could have missed the
nowhere.
dog at
If
such
you
proximity.
disappear
But
out
it
of
seems the
nowhere,
dog
you
went
never
unscathed after all.
existed.
Yeah,
How such a feat was possible is unimaginable.
Yeah, it's true, actually,
Unless the
yeah.
dog got there only a few all. How
That's
such
just
a feat
silly.
was possible is unimaginable.
No,
Unless the
that
dog got
just
there only
no,
a few
no.
seconds after the
Be
races
gone,
had
be
passed.
gone with this man.
If that was the case,
is-
then
he
this was
is-
concrete proof of glitches in the Matrix.
What?
Maybe the dog was
Oh
running
my
away from
God.
a life-threatening situation in a bush somewhere.
Okay, let's.
But the
You know what? We give this man too much freaking too
Yeah,
much exposure now.
too much time.
Yeah, because I mean
He's
that
a
was
liar.
just a camera. That was just a dog that was extremely lucky he didn't get run over. You
Don't worry about it.
okay, this is a really interesting one, which you will look at and be like, "What the hell's going on there?" I mean, I consider it a glitch in the Matrix in the sense that I don't know what's going on there.
Okay,
So
I'm down.
let me show you this little thing here. Okay, you always know it's going to be good when it's like old camera footage.
Flying girl in Russian wood, like
Yep.
Russian. That's always the perfect thing for anything.
Yeah, Russian, the
Stabilized and
snow.
enhanced.
Yeah, it needs to be. Unlike the lady.
I think I might have seen this one actually.
Let's find out. This is a very good video.
Tarzan,
Cute dog. Everything's got doggies too.
а теперь ко мне. Ко мне, Тарзан. Ко мне, я говорю. Тарзан!
Tarzan!
Тарзан, я сказал, ко мне! Тарзан, ко мне!
Come here, Tarzan.
Что это? Тихо, тихо, Тарзан. Тарзан, тихо, тихо, Тарзан.
I mean, that's...
Боже мой, что это? Тарзан, тихо, тихо, Тарзан.
Look at that. I remember
That's pretty
seeing this.
cool.
Yeah, I remember seeing this video like years and years and years ago. It's a very
Yeah,
old
same.
one. So, what do you make of that?
It's too easily faked.
See, that's one of the things you can say about so many videos, though, isn't it? Like any ghost video as well.
This is the problem, yeah.
Yeah, it's the issue.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sort of look around for signs of anything. Like, there's a touch of a blur on that.
Oh, I thought you meant like you were looking for like
left-hand side.
Charles Xavier or something.
No.
Okay.
But there's a slight blur on that left-hand side of that. Now it could be just that's because it's a blurry footage, but it does appear to be blurrier.
This is
than
the stabilized.
areas
This is the stabilized bit, though. You know, when it said it's been stabilized.
Yeah,
and
but
enhanced.
stabilization isn't the same thing. Stabilization is literally just taking a portion of it and making it stay in the center. It wouldn't blur it.
I mean, there we go. That would.
The thing is, there's nothing for her to be, unless that tree to the left is really high and there's a branch coming off of it.
Yeah, something to pick her up, whether it's a physical thing or a digital thing. Yeah.
I'd have to assume if it is fake, it would be digital.
But I remember this being so old, and you could tell by the camera as well how old it is. You know.
Yeah.
And in Russia too, they have.
Not that it's impossible. They still had the options to do it.
But
no, it's perfectly possible. I mean, the thing is as well, you can green screen that, so you can like have that happening
the movements
and put
are
it
quite
in,
interesting.
Small enough in the background. It does match the shake perfectly though, so it does feel like it's in the actual.
I'm looking at like.
Now, is the back of her head there? Is the hood being lifted up over her head?
What I was thinking, like, it's cases like something on the back, like you can normally see that, can't you?
You can, yeah.
Those kind of things. So I know what you mean. Arguably, you know, actually. But then at the same time, it would be a weird way to hold it up, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Her legs be down. I suppose you don't know, depending on, you know. But you'd be able to see it though. As well. Oh no, I suppose it could be under.
It's the fact as well that he moves the camera down, and she goes from being floating in midair, even though it's stabilized. He gets it completely out of shot, and then suddenly she's on the floor again.
As if it's like
and then they run away. Yeah, and
see if you can see a cut. Oh yeah,
completely out, and then she's suddenly on the floor in her arms, like.
And there's a little bit where it's like the camera kind of goes weird for a second, which could easily be hiding
that white flash in it. It just
the bluey kind of white flash. But there. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame.
And it doesn't.
You can't.
Also,
that's a good angle. Look
that's
at the hood and the hat.
Shirt. Look at the colour of her jacket now, and then look at the colour of her jacket after she's on the floor. It looks like it's a darker shade when it's on the floor. See?
Yeah.
It's literally a darker shade.
It could just be the light better up there, maybe though.
I don't think so. I think like it's not going to be that big a difference. I think that's a fake. The one on the top. Yeah.
The one. Oh, you mean when she's flying?
Yeah, when she's floating.
Oh, so you think that's digital?
I think it's digitally put in.
Oh, yeah. Now look at it as well.
Brighter. So much brighter.
One sec, sorry.
All right.
Hello. I'm trying to do a podcast.
Yeah, you've been trying to order food on my card.
No.
Hey?
No. I haven't done anything. I'm going to go now. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good luck at bingo. Win all the monies. Win the money. Bye-bye. She's like, oi, don't be spending all the money at Uber Eats on my card. I didn't spend any money on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
I can.
Hopefully someone hasn't got their the access code and stuff, because then they'll be sending food to themselves. But I suppose that's quite easy to find.
It'd be very easy to track them then, yeah, surely.
Yeah, you'd literally just go, where did they send it to? Right, I'm going to go fuck them up.
I know a couple of people that work in Uber Eats. If they won't give me the info, we'll get a little,
yeah,
you know, like man on the inside.
Yeah, and get a posse together. Yeah.
There we go. Before we go on any further as well, I can't announce, because we didn't do any plugs or anything.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we spoke about a few little things at the beginning, so I suppose we did a few extended plugs.
Sort of. Yeah.
But
let's do proper plugs, though.
Yeah, let's do some proper plugs. I'll sort out mine first. See, because coming up on KD Comedy Inc. Live, so that will be the live comedy shows we do. We'll will be a new batch of KD Comedy presents a comedy night at. Hence my point. I can't say where at yet, but one we will actually. It seems I'll know the next few days for definite, but we are going to be doing our first show in the town centre. We're going to be moving up to the main town centre.
Nice.
And it'll be like tickets and all that. It's a nice place, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
No, I realise now. Sorry, saying it, I can't say anything, but
yeah.
More to come soon on KD Comedy Inc. So follow and subscribe to all those things to make sure you get all the info. There you go. That's a better way to put it. This is why I always let you go first, so I can think about how to word it. But you go ahead, Nathan.
That's all right. Yeah. I've been streaming on Twitch. If you're watching this on my Twitch stream at the moment, you'll know that. There's a big playthrough I've been doing of Gears of War. Basically, just because I can't go and do stand-up gigs because this kidney stent's fucking me up. So I need to entertain people in some way.
He's got a really bad penile.
No, the penile fine, mate. But that works perfectly well. I can assure you of that.
No, I still got the image of a tampon hanging out it. So
why do you think that a doctor would just leave a bit of medical device hanging out your knob?
Yeah, just so easy access, you know. It's like when they're doing a lot of hard stuff and they put.
No one needs access to the inside of their penis, right? No one needs that.
It depends what you're into.
No one needs it, Carl. No, I'm saying need here, Carl. I'm not saying want, I'm saying need.
I was about to say there's a difference between needing and wanting. Some people really need what they want.
No, they don't.
They do.
No, they don't. They don't, Carl.
Everyone needs it.
If someone says, "I need you to hit my balls," they just want you to hit their balls. That's all. Because they're not going to die. They're not going to physically die if you don't hit their balls. What is going to happen is. Sorry?
What if somebody's held their family captive and they've got cameras on them and they say, if you don't get someone to kick you in the balls right now, going to kill all your family, then they need it.
They don't need it. Their family does.
Okay, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll agree to that one. You're right.
I see your point. Eventually, there could be a situation where you do need, indeed, to get kicked in the balls to survive. But that's very rare.
Very rare, and I don't know why we're talking about it, really, but...
Well, I just got onto cock and ball torture like I casually do. Anyway, Carl, let's get on with the rest.
That's how do our plugs turn to that?
I don't know. Yeah, still, Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse still exists. Check it out on various things. One man sketch show, all good, love it. I'm going to try and do some other shit in the meantime as well.
Co-op comedians,
and hopefully not let Twitch take over my entire control. Yes, co-op comedians is so much fucking fun. Yeah. That's brilliant.
We get some more comedians.
If you want to watch me and Carl, yeah, because it's good. It is good.
Yeah. Get the Nath one, KD,
and there's some really good co-op games out there.
Yeah, if anyone's watching this and knows any good co-op games, then let us know, because that's I think the biggest issue is for me personally. Anyway, I can never think of games.
I've got a few. There's a Darksiders game that's a co-op game. It's like a top-down one. It's not that fantastic. Gears of War, but that's not on PlayStation, which is what you need because PlayStation
and on PlayStation Plus as well.
Yeah, there's got to be plenty of games on PlayStation Plus. Though, if you do have any ideas for PlayStation Plus games that are co-op, send it through, because fuck it. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out, Carl.
Now, have you ever heard of a dude called...
Sphincter?
Not called Sphincter. Actually, is there any other, like, glitchy in the Matrix kind of stuff that you know about, or anything that...
There's that one where there's the car that appears out of nowhere, supposedly, but there are quite a few angles potentially where the car could have appeared.
Okay, I don't think I know that one, but I mean, is that like a little video again?
Yeah, it's another short video.
Yeah. I mean, this...
Think of another one.
What?
Trying to think of another one.
I've got something here, which is So when I was originally saying like about doing simulation theory and glitches in the Matrix and all that, simulation theory, as you know, annoys me because it makes so much sense. Just in general.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll take
it's logical. It makes sense. Like if a species can create a full perfect simulation, then eventually they will, and if they can do that, then they've created a case someone inside the simulation could quite happily make a perfect simulation. And
then it just carries on and it makes like logical sense that you'd always get to that point eventually.
And the only difference between them would probably be the bit rates.
Yeah. See, just then I was thinking about it again, and it just annoyed me again. Then because you could only say like, "Oh well, we're just the one that haven't made it yet." But it's like, well, how do you know that? Because if it's always going to be made, then it could have happened many cycles before. It's very, if anything, it's very it's like with aliens. It's very, what would be the word, like big-headed.
It's more likely, it's more likely that that's a thing than not.
Yeah, it'd be very big-headed to assume that we're the first ones.
We're the first. We're the ones who are in real reality. I think that's one of the reasons why Elon Musk has gone so mental, though, because he does sort of stick quite heavily to that as a concept.
A simulation.
Everybody's just code, so we will just continue going as we do.
It just, I mean, first of all, as well, like, what even simulation theory are people buying into? Is it the one where it's a simulation, like, from my point of view, just for me? Is it just a simulation for me? Or
it's a good point.
Or is it like this, what, like...
I reckon it's NPCs and player characters, Carl. I reckon it's that. I reckon it's a sort of combination of actual people who've paid money to be in the simulation and a lot of people who are just fake people.
Oh, okay, exist. So who's paid money to be here then? I mean...
Well, you and me, Carl, quite clearly.
Obviously, we must be.
Like, because we're quite clearly doing actual interesting shit. Whilst you see the vast majority of people out there who just go to work, go home, eat, sleep, and they're fine with it, Carl. Like, there's people out there who love that. There's people out there who love just going out and getting pissed on the weekends because that's all they need for themselves. That maybe right.
Let's imagine though in this other world that there is like a Kevin Hart, a Chris Rock or something who's like, oh, I'm so sick of being like known everywhere. Or I suppose that's not the kind of thing we were talking about actually. Imagine in this. Okay, imagine like a Bill Gates.
That's a whole different vibe that you could do in it. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is as well. But imagine like a Bill Gates who isn't even known, like an unfamous Bill Gates. He's like, oh, I'm so tired of this. You know, constantly working all the time and that. I want to go into this world and be a broke, struggling comedian who, you know, like isn't going in a suit every day to an office.
I want to live the low life.
That's the real life. You don't know, maybe that's what's happened. We'll wake up one day.
We don't know what time dilation stuff's like. It could be in a time dilation bubble where this is really just taking half an hour, but it feels like a lifetime.
Yeah.
A hyper-advanced technological society.
Because it happens when you're dreaming, you have a full dream, like just in like half an hour. Or, not in half an hour, sorry, in much less than that.
Yeah, it's like it's about 5-7 minutes at most. I think you go into REM sleep for or something like that.
But I think even when you have one sleep cycle, you're having a lot of dreams in that time anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like the REM sleep sort of comes in and out and in and out and in and out through.
Oh, okay.
Have I just frozen on your side, or can you see?
You've done it a few times. Like you have delay and stuff. You've had that since we started, really.
That's weird. It seems to be.
But if it's anything like StreamYard, though, it sometimes shows up like this. By the time it's going online, it's okay.
Yeah, I just don't close my window and it seemed to help. So, yeah.
Your window must be very close to you, in arm's length in that case. Why would your window help? Is there a breeze?
Jesus Christ.
Raining?
No, Carl.
Jesus Christ was out there. It was like interference, so you had to close the window.
Carl.
Oh, a computer window.
Yes, Carl. Yeah, the thing that we've got in front of us, both of us. You know that? That's probably.
Don't assume things about me.
Yeah, Carl's doing this on an old typewriter right now.
You know what I'm saying? A fucking G.
Yeah.
You know who else is a G though?
Oh shit.
TikTok people.
No, they're not.
Oh,
no, they're not, Carl.
Absolute G's.
Don't you even dare, Carl. Don't you even start, Carl.
Wait,
don't you dare.
Why is it saying power savers on what? Hold on, I might have to charge my. What? Oh, it's not charging. Damn, wait there.
Oh dear. We're in trouble, people. We're in trouble.
Woo! Crisis averted. Back to my seamless segue.
Yeah.
TikTokers are G's.
No,
that's
they're
the end
not,
of the
Carl.
segue. That's the end of it.
That's it. That's the end of the. All right. Why are TikTokers G's, Carl?
Sorry, I just had a really weird skip then when you were saying that. TikTokers are G's, but especially this one. Have you ever heard of Xavier TikTok, the time traveler?
No, and I'm worried you're going to tell me.
I'm not going to tell you, Nath. I'm going to show you.
He's going to show me. Oh, wow. All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's
stalling because it's not working. There we go. Oh, okay. Oh, fucking hell. So this is
Mi historia. Ma story, mi historia.
We don't need racism for this.
How is it this?
Let's keep
the racist.
Let's keep it the racism out of it.
Fuck you, buddy.
Don't the fuck at me. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Go the fuck out of here. Go the fuck out. You're an actress. You're fake. I've been watching too much Love Island.
Oh shit.
You're an actress. You're fake.
Decks.
What?
I've been watching Below Decks.
But what's going on below decks? Why?
It's the one where people just.
They're in a suit.
It's all decks on a. Jesus Christ, Carl! They work below decks on a yacht. Okay,
right.
A yacht that rich people hire. And it's just a bunch of people who hate each other, and then like some other guy who's a complete and total dick. Am I freezing again? Is that
you're doing that a lot? Yeah. Not so much the audio, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Xavier. Sorry.
I
can't remember what. I didn't interrupt you then, did I?
Nah, well, maybe, I don't know. It's not important anymore, Carl. Whatever it was, it wasn't funny enough. So let's move on.
Xavier, I'm trying to remember what the full story was, but it was something about like he went to sleep and woke up in the year 27,000 or 20. No, it's 2037. This one, sorry, 2037. And something happened in the world. He's the last person in the world. He's the only one. But for some reason, he's managed to find a phone and some other technology too that he can manage to communicate back to our time. And this is some of the stuff he's done.
No,
he has to keep.
No.
He has the TV channel. So we were like, okay, we've seen like your videos. Some of us believe you, some of us don't. So we're gonna, if you're in the future, we're gonna hide this book down here and we want you to come in and move it. And then it had gone to one day. It was somewhere else when they came in. Sorry, and they on videotape saw a door open, the book move, and there was like this flash of something. Now this doesn't mean I believe it, but let me show you these things. I'm giving you the background here.
Okay.
And I don't know what's going on with the football thing here, but this is him doing some stuff, showing the area. I can't remember what city this was, but it's someplace. They're known as luminal areas, these are.
These look like...
2027.
Some of these look like fake. Some of these look like they're not fake, but like
you've been built a set or something.
Googled stuff.
What do you mean?
Like some of those photos, they look like sort of 3D photos that you can get in certain places where, of course, it's going to be empty and you can just pan around. This one not so much.
This one here.
This one not so much. This one looks weirdly. That one looks sort of almost 3D fake. This one, that's the one where it looks like a 3D image that you can just look around the 3D model of it.
I see what you're saying, to be fair.
And that one looks fake, weirdly. I don't know why.
It'd be easier if it didn't have these freaking words on it.
Yeah.
And from the ones I saw before, it wasn't like this, I don't think.
I think it's just a patient, boring dude who just waits for there not to be people in front of places and then walks.
It's very hard, though, with some of the ones that I've seen in this. Like, it's huge areas.
Yeah, but you know how they filmed 28 Days Later?
Yeah, they cut off the areas, didn't they, though? Like, people who are in this city...
No, they just went out with the
gorilla,
camera in the... Yeah.
I didn't realise that.
At like 3 a.m. and just waited for the streets to be empty on like sunny days. That's all they did. It's easily done, but
considering it's an apocalypse.
Yeah, because people see the beautiful bright lights and it must be the middle of the day, but no, it could be fucking like an hour after sunup. It could be 4 a.m. Like you're gonna have like maybe 3 people walking across there.
Well, this is the thing. Because I think that people are like online now. This went like fully viral, like for a bit on TikTok and all the Reddit things. Yeah, I was watching it. I watched like a proper little documentary kind of video about this one. And apparently, people have gone through loads of them, and there's not a single person that shows up other than him. Like that one where he popped his camera up. And
but that's again, you're just very patient. Take a fucking video when you need to. You know.
Yeah.
I don't fucking believe it.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I don't believe it, but fucking hell, what have we done here?
It's alright, we're back. We're back.
Oh, we are back. Okay, cool.
We're back.
There you go. Yeah. And I think it's very interesting how it's done though. Like how he got into all these pieces too.
Yeah, well,
depending on,
just ask someone, do you mind if I chuck you 50 quid?
Yeah, it could be that easy, to be fair. That's interesting, look. It's cool how they've done it, but it just seems like, it obviously can't be real,
Look at all the fucking footprints!
Yeah, that's a good point,
Person on Earth. He's
That's a very good fucking point.
Look at... There's shipping in the distance, Carl! There's fucking ships out there moving!
Well, that could be the pier things, to be fair. I've seen them when I go to the coast. They do have ones that are fixed.
Alright, but the shoot, look at it!
Yeah,
there's people been all over that beach for fucking weeks!
I mean, because it's not even the shape on it, you can literally, if you get close to the screen, you can literally see footprints. Different
one deep wave comes in and all of that's cleared, but it's still there however long after all of the people have gone. Nah,
that's amazing. I never thought they never mentioned that once on the thing.
Yeah, of course they didn't, because people are too fucking interested in looking at whether they can see people to look at basic shit. It's like, how you win a game of I Spy, Carl? You know how you fucking win? You win it the way I always fucking win. We're driving along a motorway. Everyone else has said fucking Peugeot or fucking Crunchy Bar or whatever. And I say, I spy with my lie, something beginning with P. And you know how long it takes them, Carl? The rest of the fucking journey. Because what I'm thinking of is paint. Which is everywhere. But they don't think about it. Because the fucking...
My one I did that went for a while, I was happy about was foliage.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a fucking good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've got loads like that. Concrete, asphalt. There's just endless ones you can do.
Asphalt.
Mm-hmm. I'll fault your ass.
Oh, this is a nighttime one. Look.
Yeah,
you're right about
see?
this. Some music is put on with it.
He's just like he cut there as well. He's cutting, so he's cutting around places where people are there.
Yeah, these are like a
That's what he's
series
doing.
of things
He's
that they
finding
put on.
clear shots.
It's a series of things that you put
Yeah,
on.
but
So
that's
TikTok
it.
videos are short, ain't they?
That's the thing that he just has to find those individual little shots.
Yeah,
put
yeah,
them all
yeah.
together, and everyone goes, "Look,
Oh no!
the empty city."
Look at that shit. That
What?
proves it. That proves it.
Oh, it's 8:22. Oh, on the 14th.
No, 20.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
It says it on the computer.
Also, why hasn't Windows updated in 5 years?
The world, the people disappeared.
When,
How they
Carl?
going to update it if they all
When?
went
Because Windows 11 is literally just coming out, and he's
hasn't
on
come
Windows
out
10.
yet. Maybe
He's on
Windows
Windows
11
10,
is
Carl.
Skynet.
He's on Windows 10, Carl.
Actually, Windows 11 has come out, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah, because I've got Windows 11, I think.
Yeah, he could quite easily upgrade to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Within the next 5 years before everyone disappears. Quite happily, I imagine.
Yeah, let's have a look what Windows is.
Fuck this dude.
That is
Fuck
definitely
this
Windows
TikTok
10.
motherfucker. Fuck this TikTok motherfucker.
But that doesn't mean that computer got installed. I think you're being very you're assuming his financial ability there, Nathan.
Maybe.
Let's give him a bit more of a chance.
How many views have these TikToks got, Carl?
A lot, sadly.
Yeah, so how much money has he made?
Oh, very much.
So that's out the window.
Febrero D 2027.
It's bullshit. It's just fucking bullshit.
Of course, it's bullshit, man. I mean, how could you actually look at this and assume that even just ignoring the fact of maybe he went let's just ignoring the fact that he got to this other world in the future, ignoring where everyone else has gone and why the world is not completely been destroyed.
Yeah.
So what happened there? It's just the fact of that he's found something that he can communicate specifically back with the exact time that he left in real time.
Yeah.
That alone.
Right.
But then everything else to go to. But it is.
I hate this. I hate this so much because there's so many stupid people who fucking believe it.
But it is very well done, just from ourselves being both people that
from
went
an
to media
standpoint.
Yeah. From a movie making
because
standpoint,
you and me, we've both got, as you say, we've both got loads of fucking experience. Well, I say we've both got experience in editing videos,
adequate
in sort of creating, in creating these kinds of things. Like I know a tiny bit more about the VFX. That's literally
definitely.
it. But we both know the fucking tricks of the trade when it comes to fucking editing like this shit.
Everything as well, like
that one's easy as shit.
Okay, there we go.
Nowhere.
Look. Oh fuck! I done it again. I keep pressing
That's all
this.
Right.
Pause it.
But that one where he did the aerial shot coming away, it's like, mate, you're in a beach in the middle of fucking nowhere. You literally just wait for there to be no one there on a fucking morning. You do that, you got your shot.
Well, yeah. Sorry, I didn't go back.
Not to mention, actually, some of these are in fucking in like Spain and stuff like that as well, aren't they?
Yeah, well, so this is all the same. Apparently, people in the city, reckon. Yeah, true. Apparently, people in the city, know the areas and stuff. It's one of the things they mentioned. They'll go to the places, But we also know now, though, from this one right here, that he's got a drone. So it would be extremely easy for him to just fly over the whole city, Yeah,
and just show us the empty city. But somehow he hasn't.
No, God knows why. He's obviously telling the truth, and that's all he would have to do.
Yeah.
But he's like, nah, forget that. Yeah. This is fun.
Nah.
I mean, trolling the world, though, that I get that. If I had the ability to troll the world, I might do.
This is genuinely infuriating. I know, but It's the bare minimum, Carl. Empty streets and filmed it, and then built a fucking bullshit story around it, and people have bought it.
Yeah, good. Hook, line, and sinker. I know. Probably fucking done it again.
Oh, it's the worst. I despair humanity, Carl.
Okay, let's have an end of that. But that's the thing. All this simulation theory.
There's 40 minutes of it.
There's a lot of it, man. Like, look, let's quickly scanning through some of it. Look.
Oh
yeah,
God,
it fucking goes on forever, and it goes to a hospital. Look. I saw this one on the thing.
Just like find the fucking right area in the middle of the night. You're fine.
Or what other people have thought about, and what makes the most sense to me is that he is working with the city itself, some kind of viral campaign, you know, like a marketing campaign for the city, because it's always talking about one specific city and it's going around the places. And one way you could get access to all these places on your own is, you know, through the city itself.
Yeah, makes sense.
And he hasn't. I mean, if you woke up in your city and it was empty, one of the things you would think about doing is getting in a car and going to a different city to see if it's the same there.
It's true.
Like, the only thing he's done near that is he found a police car that was abandoned and the keys were in it, so he jumped in and would start driving around the city.
Yeah, that's leaning even more into it being an actual like city representative or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
I don't buy it, but I appreciate it still.
Oh no, I know you don't. I know you don't. But I just.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's even a question that, like, you know, of do we buy it? Anyone even answering that question is like, well, we don't really need to have a discussion in that case.
Yeah, no. Oh my God, it's just like this shit annoys me. I put so much thought and effort into things I try and put online, Carl.
Yeah.
I put so much thought and effort into it, and then some twat just goes, I take a photo of an empty estate and I claim that everybody died. It's
what again?
More jingoistic, to be honest with you, Carl.
Oh fuck! Wait, I forgot that comes up already, doesn't it now? Hold on. There we go. Okay. Forget that.
I forget I saw it.
Yeah. Did you actually see what it said?
No, I didn't.
It was one of the other things I was going to ask you about, like with the glitches and stuff in general, the stupid stuff. Like these are the fucking amazing. Like when you would have seen these loads as well. Like when people go into coma or something, and then wake up and they have a different accent.
Oh yeah, foreign accent syndrome.
Like that, to be fair, actually, yourself with all the accents that you learn, that must be really infuriating. The fact that someone could just go to sleep and wake up and have a perfect accent.
Yeah, but they don't actually have perfect accents ever. They never have a perfect accent. They've just got a speech impediment that makes them sound vaguely Chinese. It's like it's never a full blown accent, you know?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you do. I've heard all variations of it, like, but yeah,
I've heard French ones. I've heard Chinese ones. I've heard, like the Chinese one was so funny. Shit, it was so fucking racist.
Yeah, I got the Chinese one here, or a Chinese one. I don't know if it's the one you're seeing.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. It's so good.
Let's have a look. See, it's on the BBC, so I'm just going to skip past as much as we can because I remember it's this bit here. Okay.
This is the one.
This is the one.
This is the one. It's so fucking funny. I'm so sorry. I'm sure it is a mental health issue or something psychologically wrong. But it is so funny when someone white as the driven snow starts going, "Oh, I find it very hard."
I'm not going to say I'm sorry that it's a mental health issue. I'm going to say hopefully it's a mental health issue.
No, I'm saying I'm sorry that you got to deal with it. It's a horrible thing to have to deal with, you know. But like.
No, I'm saying I'm not even saying so they have to deal with it.
You're saying you hope it is, as opposed.
I hope it's a mental health issue.
She's racist.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
or just actually, God knows.
Yeah.
Voice she didn't recognise.
I have not actually heard my voice in the conversation for nearly 3 years now.
Her initial response was,
Let's go back. Because it just sounds like the generic voice you put on to be
Oh
funny.
my god!
I have not actually
does.
heard my voice in
I
the
had not actually heard my voice. Do you want to
Hold
talk
up,
do
I ain't got a
without
voice
being
in.
moaned at?
It's exactly.
conversation
You
for
can't
nearly 3 years
make an
now.
impression of her without being racist.
That's just what it was. And she really wanted to be able to do that accent, and she was like, "I'm going
Oh
to
my
do
god!
it."
Look at the absolute state of that laptop as well. Look, the peelers are coming off, and she hasn't even ripped them. That's disgrace.
And she's trying to make her.
Ugh.
She's Chinese. Ha!
Yeah, yeah. Build one out of some twine, lady. Then I'll believe you.
Yeah. I could even build it out of twine. I could build it out of what else do you have in China? They could build it out of bamboo shoots.
Panda skin.
They couldn't build it on human rights because they don't have any in China. Boom!
Crane feathers.
Huh?
Crane feathers.
Crane feathers. Are they the birds that stand up like that?
Yeah.
Supposed to upper birds, they have to
Make a
hands
fine
like
ass,
that. I suppose.
make a fine ass LCD screen out of those motherfuckers. Don't you worry about it.
What?
That's
I'm
how
generally
China's
wondering
been, advancing so much.
They
Just kill animals and turn them into bio machinery using some form of ancient Chinese witchcraft.
And the ones that they can't do that with, they just eat.
How many more layers to this do I need to add until it gets just as racist as her accent?
A lot more still. A lot more.
A lot more. Oh god.
Yeah, it's fucking like obviously it's not a glitch in the Matrix thing, like you said. It's just
No, but it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, but if she, this is the question though that I ask myself: is like, does she actually believe it? Like,
oh, I'm sure she does.
Is she putting it on, or is it? Why would you put it on?
You'd put it. I mean, you could put it on for like attention seeking, but it's not going to bring you the right attention, is it? It's not like you're going to walk into the Chinese, order some fucking beef and broccoli, and then going to go, "Oh, you sound like us. That's brilliant." No, they're not. They're just going to go, "Do you mind getting the fuck out of my shop before I chin you, you cunt?"
You know what? If they could actually if they woke up and actually was able to speak Chinese, then I'd be a lot more impressed. That'd be very impressive.
Yeah. There was a woman who did that. There was a woman who got, like, woke up and then she could speak French, but she had already learned French when she was a kid and forgotten it.
Oh,
so it's not the same thing, motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She just went over it in her head probably or something. But see, the thing is though, if I went to sleep for like 3 days, I could go out on some kind of binge. I could have a very good weekend and then have to go to sleep for 3 days. I could see that happening. If I went and did that, what would be stopping me from waking up and just being like, you don't know that I'm not speaking Chinese, and that right there is how you make it a little bit more racist, Nathan.
That's the extra layer of racism.
That's the extra layer of racism you're looking for. There you go. I wanted to help you out. I was going to go even worse with the voice. I was going to go much more in with the voice, much more hard, but I thought, you know what, that might tip the scale a little bit too far. We're on about the same cusp now.
Yeah, it probably would.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, we need to bring it back the other way a little bit. We've gone a little bit too far in one direction. I'm going to bring it back in another direction, and hopefully this form of this accent will make it more acceptable. I don't know if that's how this works or not. But we'll give it a try, shall we?
Like a tit for tat right now.
Tit for tat, exactly.
We need to
We're all the way over the tit. We need to get into the tat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
We spend way too much time on the tits, like most guys. You got to get on the tats now.
That's true. You see, the thing is, I was about to do an African accent, but I think that might be too racist, Carl.
Unless you're doing the what is it? The one African accent you can do. I need your bank account details, sir.
Oh, that's not sad. Yeah. Basically, I'm calling from your bank account. So basically, there's a chicken stuck inside your bank account.
That's so good.
I'm sorry, I still don't think that's. I don't think it's racist to
Well,
do
that's the
an
thing. We're being
impersonation of someone. If they sound like
Yeah.
that, it's like, again, it's not racist.
We're being
There are
hyperbolic by
people
doing
in the
this.
world
Like
who sound like this. For example, Nelson Mandela
Nelson
sounded
Mandela
like
did
this.
sound like that. Yes, you are correct.
Exactly, and this means that I am not doing a racist accent of a generic African man. I am doing a very specific impression of a man who was there and an important man in history. Is that racist, Carl?
No,
It
this
got
is
racist near the end
this is
because
the
I kept
thing.
doing it. But...
No, it's not racist at all. Like me and you both know we've been hyperbolic by making these jokes as well about it being racist. It's not racist at all.
No.
Yeah, and if it was, then you'd argue mine would be a lot more than you because I'm just whipping, like out stupid voices, whereas you've actually put thought and effort into some of the voices you do.
Well, exactly. It's like
It's
I've
been
always got
labour
the
of
point
love.
as well. It's like people go, "Oh, well, it's racist to do this kind of this voice, this kind of voice, this kind of voice." It's like, no, it isn't. It's like, is it? It's racist to do it's racist to do an impression of a black person if you're doing the black person's voice kind of like that. If you do it like that, then somehow that's racist for some reason, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
There are people who fucking sound like
Exactly.
that, motherfucker. And
Exactly.
like, if I wanted to do an impersonation of someone specifically, I can do Barack Obama. And it's been a strange time for all of America, especially with Donald Trump. You see, you can keep doing all sorts of different. There's fucking Morgan Freeman, there's that one out there that everyone likes. It's what is it?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman is the classic one, isn't it?
Dufresne crawled through a river of shit. Like everyone
Dumb.
likes that one, and that one's fine for anyone
the Goff
to
does
do.
a really good one of them.
Sorry?
The Goff does a really good Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
It's not racist at all. It's not this idea that it's come about that just it's like you said, you're just copying a voice. It's
That's
just
all you
funny.
do.
That's all it is. Well,
you're copying something that all writing a racist script or something weird. You're not writing a piece of hate speech. You're just going, that is what a person sounds like. I'm going to use it here.
Yeah. Or sometimes you're saying, this is a hyperbolic, ridiculous idea of what this person sounds like.
Yeah,
sometimes
absolutely.
You might be doing with the context beforehand as well. You might be doing it in a particularly. It's meant to be very stereotypical. That's the point of this bit.
Yeah.
Like, people forget, man.
It's like I've got a character
I'm start including them in my
do.
set.
I've always had a character that I used to do who was like supposed to be like an Asian DJ type, kind of like someone who was just DJ Khaled was this guy's greatest idol who ever existed. You know what I mean? And I used to call him G-Pap. That was his name, and like it was. I can't remember what the G stood for, but Pap stood for like a whole like long ass name that came at the end of it. Anyway.
I used to know someone that was called.
The whole thing is like, he would always sound like this, and when everyone knows what that kind of voice is, because they've heard that kind of guy down the streets all the time, so they know who that fucker is, and like that's what this guy would fucking sound like, and every time he did an impression of his father, right, he'd always do an impression like, "Oh, good afternoon, sir. How is it going?" Or this a very sort of that was the point of that character. But then later on in the episode, like with that character, you meet his father, and his father is a privately taught like doctor and speaks very, very well. And
okay,
because that's the funny part of the joke. The point is that this motherfucker wants to have an image that is so completely unreal into what his actual image is. That's where the humor comes from. It doesn't come from just going, "Hey, look at me, I have this voice." It's so
it comes
dumb.
from that too. I mean, don't get us wrong, it comes from that too.
That's a part of it, but it's not like I'm just going, "Look at him, he says words funny."
But the thing is, as well, the other part that people don't get, which I think is also kind of funny as well, which entertains me, the people don't get is if you're saying like a stereotypical voice, like of a very chavvy kind of person, or whatever it is. I was trying to think of a specific one, but I couldn't. I'm not good at the voices and that either, or thinking straight when I smoke. So.
yeah, same.
Yeah. But Yeah. If you're doing a voice and you're being like, oh, you're just doing a stereotypical black voice or something, it's like, well, what you're actually doing there is just taking the things I'm doing and putting that meaning to it. So arguably, doesn't that make, if you want to argue that one of us is racist, doesn't that mean you're more racist? Because you're assuming and putting these to that.
You have in your head constructed this so it has to be racist. So therefore, that is your go-to, as opposed to mine, which wasn't racist, and you think I'm thinking in a racist
You know
way.
what it is?
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as when you have really homophobic people calling everyone gay.
Yeah.
Odds are they're gay themselves.
And it happens all the fucking time.
Oh well. Yeah. I've got mates like that, like the proper bravado people. It's like, okay, cool, and they're really actually like, one in particular. Obviously, won't say his name, but he is just a bit homophobic himself, and it's obvious why. It's obvious.
Yeah. You just want to suck a dick, man. And the thing is, everyone else just wants you to suck a dick.
Yeah.
Go out there, be free, suck
man.
on.
You need to get that taste going. Yeah, we'll get you a lollipop with the flavour just to give you a taste of it.
Yeah. Fucking right.
That must exist. That's the thing as well. Every guy knows what a penis tastes like anyway. We all do. Every single guy knows what a penis tastes like.
Well, one way or another. Yeah.
You ladies been
you either try
licky.
and get down there yourself, or
that's how I know when I'm dreaming, because I can.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is a dream, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good when that happens.
That's the way if you ever need a way to figure out if you're dreaming and then you want to experience lucid dreaming, people, just try and suck your dick in a dream. If you can, you're dreaming.
You're dreaming, yeah.
What's the original point?
I like that that's your go-to in these scenarios. I like the idea of you at one point being slightly confused as to whether you're awake or not. And in the middle of a public place just going, well, I'm going to give it a shot.
Oh, just in real life. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm awake or not yet, so best to find out.
I mean, I meant, more the other way, like if I'm dreaming, I'm testing out whether I'm actually dreaming or if I'm awake. But I'd be lying if I hadn't tried it the other way, just to be sure as well.
Yeah, just to be sure.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
That's definitely not how I hurt my shoulder currently.
No.
No, because that would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to give yourself the old Ron Jeremy. Apparently he used to do that all the time, and now he's in jail because he was a rapist. But there we go.
The old porn star guy.
Yeah, he's a rapist as fuck.
What? Why would he need to be a rapist? He's literally paid to fuck so many ladies all the time.
That's the thing. Like, in lots of the statements, they literally say like the reason it wasn't about sex for him because sex was just was day job. It was literally just about I am making you do this and you can't do anything about it, and that's what gives me the power.
It's like if you work with computers, it's like doing all this stuff with computers and then going home and wanting the control of making your wife do all the computer work. It's just weird.
Maybe.
Why you got some fascination with computers? It's like there's other stuff in the world too. Make her garden.
The guy's
control her by gardening.
He's clearly twisted as fuck. I mean, I can't imagine the kind of
twisted, but not very creative, apparently.
No, but I can't imagine the kind of upbringing that created,
Ron Jeremy.
It cannot have been a healthy one.
No, he's not the worst one in the world. He's not murdering people.
Actually, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out now. I'm fucking finding out, Carl.
What about Ron Jeremy's life?
Ron Jeremy, early years.
Early years of Ron Jeremy. Didn't he have something to do with he was a mate? He was a mate of Michael Jackson or something. I swear that was a thing, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah. Early life, there we go. He was
going to get a
born
picture
in
for anyone who's
Queens,
watching.
New York, to a middle-class Jewish family from Russia and Poland. His father, professor at Queen's College, and his mother, a book editor, who served in the OSS, fucking hell, during World War II.
Oh, okay. Was the OSS the Russian one, though?
No, the OSS was the previous version of the CIA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here's the man right here, look.
I made it to 90 days of no porn.
Oh.
And then I almost took my own life.
What?
It was 8 years ago.
I should laugh at that.
That was 0 to 60 in like no time at all, right there.
What an advert that is. Quick porn mastery
Jesus.
as well, look. Jesus. I mean, you've said about porn before, but what a fucking out of nowhere thing
That's
there.
a fucking weird one, man. Like,
I went 90 days without porn, and then I almost killed myself. So, what? Are they linked?
I guess so. I guess in this guy's world, if you can't jerk the gherkin, you may as
He almost
well
killed himself because of porn.
string yourself up.
Fucking, or maybe there you go. Maybe it was just the same thing. He's not watching porn anymore, so it was like, okay, well, we've got to do something else to spice up my sessions now. I'll have an asphyxie wank.
Ah, the old choke and stroke.
Choke and stroke.
Yeah,
everyone
knows the old choke and stroke.
It's just FOMO. Choke and stroke is. It's just men getting FOMO of women that are used to, them. They're getting choked out. I want to try it.
Yeah, I want to have an orgasm that lasts for ages and leaves me breathless. Yeah, well, you're a dude, so grow up and stop acting like a Tory minister.
So, for anyone who doesn't know who Ron Jeremy is,
It's so funny how many fucking Tory fucking peers and shit have ended up doing this asphyxie wank and dying.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Jesus.
So many people.
Yeah, it's like, guys, seriously, just get someone in the room to do it with you. If you're both into it, both be in the same room. Like, you don't have to see each other. Put a curtain between, but you can hear if something's wrong.
You could do it like, did you ever watch Misfits when that was on E4? No, man, did you like the couple in that? They just sat in front of each other naked and just masturbated, looking at each other.
I mean, that's one way of doing things.
Yeah, because the one girl had a power where if she touched someone, I think it would make them go super horny. But it was like too horny, like the rapey horny,
Yeah.
But for anyone who doesn't know anyway, Ron Jeremy was like that younger dude who almost killed himself because of porn. He is the one making the porn, which I'm guessing is why it's on this video. There you go.
All of this conversation, by the way, is happening while he's still raping people. And it's like a Christian network or something, isn't it? I don't know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wait, why would a Christian network have a porn star on?
I don't know. Go back to the start again. I swear it had something like Christian shit.
Oh, that's amazing if so.
Oh, no,
the clouds and that. Maybe. I'm going to assume it now.
Never mind.
I'm going to assume still.
I'm going to assume.
So yeah,
I think this is all about Jesus.
People all then.
Yeah, he's a fucking full-blown rapist.
I did not know that at all.
Like physical assault rapist as well.
There was other new stuff actually. If we're going to go into that kind of thing, I saw. I'm just trying to get it up because I made a note of things as always. I'm still trying to figure out this phone. What else has happened lately? Because I'll remember about it, quite quickly when it pops back up. There's been other shit happen. Oh, that was it. The whole Donald Trump getting raided and that.
Oh yeah.
So random.
Yeah, the guy potentially done a little bit of treason. Although,
yeah,
I don't know.
From what I've seen, a lot of the details as to why they were raiding it and stuff. I say raided. They were doing a search warrant, weren't they?
Yeah,
it's not really the same thing. Raided and a search warrant.
No, but
they're looking for one specific thing.
It's a bit weird because they're saying it's got stuff to do with like high level shit, like codes and stuff, and it's I don't
really.
Yeah, there's various people like, is it to do with nuclear codes? It's like, no, of course it's not to do with fucking nuclear codes.
Yeah. But they'll jump to the top thing straight away. I mean, what it actually is, it's probably just like some random thing. Most likely scenario, in my opinion, considering it's Trump, he accidentally put a piece of paper in his pocket, forgot was there, took it home, and it's been there since. Maybe it's something.
I mean, the thing
with a
is,
tracker in it.
For Trump to go on the fucking all-out offensive with the campaign, because the only way for him to avoid jail time at this point, by the looks of it, or a huge fine, is basically by, becoming president again so that he can make it so that people can't do it.
Fine for what? What do you mean? Sorry, do you mean just because of
whatever
it
is? Because they are going to keep on hounding him for everything goes down for something or pays a huge fine. They are going to make a fucking example of that dude.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
You can argue
depending on
whether
what
that's
it
a good
is.
thing or a bad thing, but
Well, it's already like
happen.
the first time that this kind of thing, happened with a president, apparently, or something like that. We lost you. I'm sure we'll be back in a minute.
He'll be back in a mo. He'll be back in a mo.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, just what it could be. I mean, because that's another thing. Obviously, a lot of people are saying is that other administration, like the Biden administration, just not wanting to run like a smear campaign kind of thing, which I think is what you were kind of saying as well.
Yeah, but they're going to. They can't not at this stage. The only it's going to be seen as a smear campaign by anyone on Trump's side, regardless. Either you deal with that and move on and just do whatever it is that you're intending to do, or you are just basically a wet blanket and there's no point in you fucking even doing this to begin with, which I don't think is what they're aiming for. I think they are going to try and make an example of him.
See, I think this is one good thing, I think, as well, though, talking about this not living in America. So, obviously, it affects the whole world in a sense because America is one of the superpowers.
Yeah.
But it doesn't affect us, really. And personally, I don't even think...
It does.
I don't think anything affects us that much, though, in regards to the leaders, because I'll pretty much come to the conclusion that nothing ever changes. Wouldn't be surprised if no one ever really changes completely who's in power. Not saying there's like a underarching government, but it's just everything's basically the same. Never changes.
That's not true. That's not true.
There's little bits. There's little tiny things that change.
Nothing changes. No. My throat. Fuck off. Right. It's not about that. The thing is, the reason why nothing changes at the moment is because of the political system and because of the types of parties that are involved, right? So all of the ones that are involved are all connected to big business and big amounts of money. They don't give a shit about actual people. None of them do. They haven't for fucking decades. And that's why this cost of living crisis exists. It's not a cost of living crisis. It's a choice that has been made by people with less money have even less after.
And like you said, the fact they don't care, that's not even debatable. Whatever side of whatever thing you lie on, they don't care.
They don't care. And that's the thing. It's like political change happens all the time. Like in America, when America first started, political change happened constantly. And it still does in America to a certain extent. They go back and forth on topics, but they are making progress. Whilst...
What does that even mean, though, making progress?
England, they're trying to push forward in some form of way, whilst England isn't. England is quite happy to be sat in its traditions for the rest of its fucking time. No one in the aristocratic version, unlike aristocrats are an old term, but they exist now. MPs are aristocrats. Fucking CEOs are the new aristocrats. All of these people are the new royalty and aristocrats that were kicked the fuck out of in France centuries ago.
Because when you say aristocrats, I just think
places, but they stayed here. They stayed in the UK, all of these aristocratic cunts, and they kept using their money to earn more money and more money and more money and keep it more and more and more away from the people who actually fucking needed it. And more of the power of politics taken away from those people and kept in their fucking thing. And the worst part about it is that the vast majority of the British public, they are more than happy to just be like, it's fine. No, but they know what they're doing because they're smart. They're from Eton. They've got a posh voice like Boris did. Well, you know what? They don't know fucking shit because they've never fucking lived a real fucking life. And the sooner all of this political shit crumbles down to the fucking ground and we can put in a new type of politics that actually fucking works for the people, we're fucked. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, you know what, in all fairness, you bring up a good point there as well, because we are a lot more... I used to say it as a good point, and it is good in many ways that we're a lot more chilled in America, but it's not good in more ways as well, especially at the moment, because we don't play
people just
that much.
oh, well, it's okay. oh, they're
Yeah.
charging us £1.90 per fucking diesel litre, but that's all right. They've cut it down by 4 pence. No, that's not good enough, motherfucker.
And the only people that are doing anything is standing up are the people that can really do it if they, they can really make some noise, which is for what I'm trying to get at is the train people striking right now because they need more pay because of the cost of living, etc. Striking, which is screwing over everyone, like when they do it for a weekend or whatever. And I get a lot of pushback from this online when I'm like, oh, the selfish fucking train people again. It's like, it's not selfish, it's the government who's not paying enough, causing all this money. It's like, yeah, but the problem is that is true, but it's the same for everyone, including, you wouldn't expect a hospital to do it because then everyone's going to die. Like, they can agree on that, they'll fuck a load of people up, but yet,
but that's
a train place can do it.
Allowed to strike. For example, the police aren't allowed to strike. Literally, it's impossible for the police to strike. They are not legally allowed to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
if something isn't deadly and isn't going to cause that, they are allowed to strike legally. Because otherwise, if you start putting these crimpers on strike, then suddenly no one's allowed to strike.
I mean, striking should never be something that you should be allowed to do anyway. Like, I don't really see what
absolutely it should be something you're allowed to do.
Yeah. When I say I mean. Being allowed to permission shouldn't need to come into it.
Oh, no. Yeah, it shouldn't. But the fact is, there's countries in the world where you don't have permission, like fucking tear gas at you instead until you get back in and start.
Yeah, that's probably like dictatorship shit.
So this is the thing. People like to complain about that shit, and but they're striking and it's affecting me. Yeah, that's the entire point, motherfucker. That is the entire point of the shit.
I think the thing
and don't get me wrong, it's fucking annoying. It's like when I was in the hospital and like a couple of the nurses weren't particularly nice. Like, I didn't deserve that fucking bullshit.
Yeah, because it sucked because of that.
Yeah. But at the same time, I still have to understand it's that dichotomy thing,
Yeah.
One part of you has to accept the fact that there's bullshit happening, but the other part of you is still allowed to be angry that bullshit is happening. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean. Yeah, you're allowed to.
People are like, because it's a problem for these people, you're not allowed to complain about it. It's like, no,
yeah.
I am allowed to complain about it because it's still fucking affecting me, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, obviously, I mean the concept of understanding where they come from, of course, but I think the reason it bothers me though as well is like. The people you're going to be affecting from doing the strikes is going to be just your average dude who's also now not able to maybe like work on that day because and he's also getting screwed over. Same for all people like that. But the people, and that's what they need to do, obviously, like you said. But the people that are going to be able to change anything, as we've already established, we know just don't give a shit. So that's never going to. Change their opinion on stuff.
Well, no, but you see, the thing is, there is one thing that could fix it, and that's a general strike. If everyone just went, we're not working until you fucking sort this shit out.
Yeah. I've said that like with if everyone just stopped using gas and electric for even like half the day, say there was like 4 hours a day where everyone in the country just stopped using it, even that alone, would be enough. Be a big hit, and they'd have to do something. Getting to the core of it, like if you're gonna. Like the train people, if you're going to want some way to strike, then all take a day, one of your days off or something, or take a day. If you're going to all not be working anyway, then while you do that, go and surround number 10, whatever it is, number 10, and don't let him out, don't let him in.
There's a problem with that though.
Sit down, be peaceful.
The fact that they've made it so that you're not really allowed to do that. The Conservative government over the past few years have been making a very concerted effort to remove people's rights to congregate and to protest quite a lot.
Oh, is it like so? Because I was going to say the only way a strike to me makes any sense with the government being the main people that you're effectively striking against. Because it's not like like when teachers do it, or something like the shop workers would do it because they're kind of striking against the shop owner, so it's different. This is doing it to the government, so. To me, you should go right to the government and do something in front of them, something that's going to interrupt them.
Which would be lovely if you could do it.
So that's what
they've
they've
literally stopped people's rights to congregate outside the Houses of Parliament and stuff like that. Police will come up, they will move you on, all that kind of stuff. It's basically just them going, oh, well, you wanted to complain to us. Well, no. It's like the thing Nadim Zahar. Talk to me about any of the issues they want to raise. They can buy a ticket for a Conservative Party dinner, which costs £25,000.
Oh, well, there we go then. See, this is what we were saying at the beginning of this bit. Permission shouldn't have to come into it. I mean, surely if they've got to a point where they're saying, you know what, you just can't come and do that anymore, it means it's working. So carry on doing it. Keep coming anyway. You know, keep coming and do the protests. And I'm not saying do a January 6th. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, that's a small part of what I'm saying, because most of that wasn't that bad. Yeah. Like, if you watch the video, like the documentary came out on Netflix, you know, just comprised fully of footage from it. A lot of it was, you know, was quite nice, the feel behind it. I know then eventually there was some stabbies or some not so happy.
Yeah, but the problem is but the problem is it predicated on lies. It was just basically someone going, yeah, they stole the election from me. Go fuck them up.
Oh, that, yeah.
It's like you can't.
They don't need a reason.
Right. Yeah, well, they do.
They didn't need any reason. I'm saying they would have gone no matter what. You know, they just wanted to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna go and
let's just have a little wander around the Capitol Hill. Yeah,
a few of them admitted that. It's like, we didn't know what's going on. We just went along with it. We're going to the Capitol. We're going to the Capitol.
Trump rally, and they went to the Capitol, and we were like, yeah.
I guess we're going to the Capitol.
Yeah.
See that's the one accent you can do without being racially charged.
Racist. And it's always stupid as well. So every single time you want to do yourself a southern accent, that's absolutely stupid as fucking hell. And you can go deep down into that motherfucker. You can make him sound like Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg. But but the minute you fucking do that with a different accent and it's a slightly different colour person,
that's the problem. That's the thing, isn't it?
That's unacceptable.
Yeah. That's literally what it is.
It's like, you motherfuckers out there, you realise that voices don't.
That's racist. Don't say you motherfuckers. That's racist.
Sounds are not a colour.
What?
There's white motherfuckers out there in the world who sound like this because they were born in India. They have loads of friends. They talk to
completely true.
Friends. This is the accent that they have. I am just doing an impression of a white man living in India. Fuck off.
There you go. That's the caveat. That's all you need to do. I'm giving
That's
the impression.
Caveat. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm a Chinese guy. I'm just playing a white guy who was raised in China. So fuck off.
Or if they really don't accept it, say, okay, well, this is my impersonation of somebody doing a racist impersonation of a Chinese man.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
The layers to this shit, man.
Then it's ironic, motherfucker, and that's
layered.
Yeah.
I might start saying, like, on stage or something that I'm like a top of the level voice artist. I can do any voices for you. Like, give me a mix of some voices or something, and I'll mix them together.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what they say to me, because nothing will sound how they will want it to sound. So
yeah. Instead, you just go, no, I'm just doing an impression of someone who doesn't know how to do the accent properly. But that's what you get, so fuck you.
Yeah. I've been writing a new bit lately. I've been trying to write a lot more observational stuff. I've been writing a bit about like how and you got to be very tricky writing this kind of thing about how people are arguing that kids dressing up as adults, like girls especially sexualizing on TV with the kind of clothes they wear, or programs sexualizing them, is going to be bad for paedophilia and all this stuff. And the premise basically is to it, well, no, because they're attracted to kids. So if you start dressing up your kids as adults, that's going to turn them off completely. So if you're a caring parent, dress your child like a slag. That's the crux of it.
I don't think that works, Carl.
It does work in how I've put it on, but it doesn't work how I explained it then fully.
Yeah.
Just the concept that, you know, like they're attracted to children,
to
they're
the younger
attracted to
side,
things that look like children. So if they have a child that's dressed as an adult, then, well, that's like saying that they're an adult. So okay, yeah, it's a weird thing to talk about, but
I see. Yeah.
it's exactly what I was
saying.
saying.
An area there, Carl, that we like to refer to as the paedophilic, like the paedophilic triangle, right there. Like you can't escape it once you've started. It's like
the paedophilic portion. Once you're stuck in it, once you're there, you're stuck in it. You can try and segue out of it, but you're there.
Yeah,
it's like the upside down. But you haven't got the door just closed.
Bermuda Triangle just sounds horrific. It sounds like a place where just all of the paedophiles that have got lost at sea have congregated.
Yeah, and then slap bang.
You fall out of the sky in a plane, and then it's like, oh god, this is a bad place to be.
Or it's like everywhere around it has like a circular kind of way, like it's all going into a centre or something, which makes no sense. And right in the middle is Epstein Island. He just sat on a throne in the middle. Giant
alive this entire time.
Giant crowd. Yeah, it's been alive this entire time, obviously.
Yeah.
Where do you think he was going? You know,
he's living off of all of the candy that's been left in the dead paedophile pockets that wash up on the beach. He's just like, oh, Twizzlers.
The sea of children's tears.
Oh fuck. God, where were we?
But it's literally just an island with a giant chair in the middle, though. It's not like there's not like any kind of house put up. There's not any kind of complex like on the original. Just a chair.
It's not even a throne. It is literally just one of those boring ass chairs that you get in like in a school or something like that.
But a giant one, like almost like a jokey one. But when you see someone sitting in a giant chair and it's like, you know, just made to look like they're little. It's like that, legs dangling off the end.
Yeah.
With an oversized crown. Not even a little bit oversized, like really oversized.
I fucking love this idea, man. This is the best thing that's ever happened.
Idea?
Yeah. Oh, it's fact. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah. I was just going through the next subject of the next podcast. They've looked at this.
Oh, shit, yeah.
They've got evidence.
Fucking hell.
Existential Epstein.
Yeah.
Jeffrey of the Jambalaya.
Oh god damn it! I have to go for a week.
I don't know what the fuck I'm getting at. Okay.
I have to go for a week. I'll check out my alien for a second. Just enjoy my alien, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna find some random video to finish on.
No, I'm just gonna do that while I'm.
You urinate, man. Don't pull out the tampon. Don't pull out the tampon. Okay. Oh, I know what I'm going to show this man when he comes back. Okay, we are going to show him what happened at the end. This is where everyone's going to click off now. This happened at the end of SummerSlam the other day. Because for anyone who doesn't know, Vince McMahon's always been in charge of wrestling, always has been, and he has finally been ousted out, been pushed out because of hush money he paid to ladies. Not a surprising thing at all with Vince McMahon. He's a horny old dude. We're going from one Germany to Vince McMahon. It makes perfect sense. So, SummerSlam 2022 end. Have a look at this. Could this be it? This might be it, I think. This is it. Oh, you're back, are you? Oh, this isn't it. I'm trying to find something for the fuck. Right. What is it good for? Emptying your bladder. Oh, yeah. Wee. What is it good for? Emptying your bladder. Do it again.
Say it again, yeah.
Oh, they do have this. Okay. Hold on, I've got a video here for us that I'm going to show you now. How do I load this up again? This was the awesome ending to... I was just telling the good people of the audience, and I'm pretty sure I've had a conversation with you about it. Complete right turn now. to a different topic. Wrestling. About how Vince McMahon has been ousted out. He's been, in charge for all this time. Been ousted out. Now Triple H just took over.
Yeah.
Did I show you the ending of SummerSlam?
I don't think you did. No.
I'm going to show you because it's craziness.
Right, mute it now because this will be
will
definitely be something that will get us.
I might even in that case I'm going to small screen it too because I know a smaller screen it anyway. Look, oh no, that might be better anyway. Actually, it's a bit cut off there.
That'll be fine. That's fine. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That works.
Okay, video beginning 2-1. So this was the end.
Jesus fucking Christ! You're kidding? They actually brought that in.
Yeah, they've done all the stuff with it before this. Like you put it in it and flipped him off, and that's what everyone thought he was going to do. And then even this point, you're like, what are they still trying to do with this? For once in wrestling, they managed to do something I have never seen before.
That's kind of brilliant.
That's amazing, isn't it? Look, he's so happy with himself as well.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's so proud of himself. So proud.
It's fucking mental.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, excellent. Excellent, to be fair. That is brilliant.
Fucking great. Right, my mum is going to be returning soon, so I think we can finish up here. Oh,
that's fair. We've done a good 2-hour chunk. That's a pretty reasonable amount right there.
I mean, an overarching conclusion now on the Matrix glitches in it. There was a whole thing I didn't get to actually.
I don't buy it.
No, there was a whole thing I didn't get to called Backrooms, which is where you can apparently just fall through something and all of a sudden you're in this like endless kind of white hallways and stuff.
That sounds to me like either a trip or a dream.
yeah. One of the two.
Yeah.
But it, obviously,
it also sounds a bit like that thing from The Matrix where the janitor or whatever he is just going around from place to place opening doors.
The architect was that. Was that? No, the architect was the guy in the suit wearing it with the TV. Is he on about the Keymaster?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Was that Ghostbusters?
But you know what I mean. Yeah, Keymaster. That's it. Because he literally goes through that corridor and just opens doors. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
This is a great job to have. Just go around and open doors.
Yeah, I'd be happy with it.
Right. Yeah, I'd be happy with any job. No, that's not true. Actually, I wouldn't be happy with any job. As soon as I went to say that, I knew it was just bullshit coming out.
Suck ass.
You need to come join the self-employed world now, Nathan. That's what you need.
I mean, I was part of the self-employed world. I just didn't get any fucking money.
I'm moving on a lot more to doing the live events now in regards to like these new venues I've got. The one is like, a place where I need to put a payment down beforehand and that. I'm going to have to sell tickets for it and stuff. So I'm going to be starting to do that now, which is the point that you get to where I can now finally start really losing a good amount of money. Finally.
Yeah.
The point you always want to get to.
I don't know, business. Maybe it'll probably work out in the end. You could end up with your own comedy club, like.
Cool.
Like Anthony. No, I mean, from what I hear, the Fat Theo Comedy Club is pretty fucking good.
What is it actually with that? Because I did see a picture about that. Like, is it actual full
comedy
place
club?
he's
It's
bought
a
out?
full-blown comedy club that he's got the stuff for. He's got acts coming in. He's decked the place
a proper
out.
Bar and stuff as well.
It's a proper venue, mate. Yeah. It's legit as fuck. And apparently it's been a fucking great night.
Imagine the atmosphere must be great as well, because it just feels like just feel like our place walking in for comedians.
Yeah, I mean, just respect that motherfucker as well. I respect it so much because it's something that people talk about, but he's actually bitten the bullet and done it.
Yeah.
He's endless fucking respect.
He's just the top. He really has kind of been the top promoter, and from what I've seen since I started, anyway.
Oh, for ages, yeah.
He
promotes the shit. I wish I'd actually, I wish I had an opportunity to do a decent set in front of him at some point, as opposed to just something that But we'll see how it
Yeah.
goes. We'll see how
You're
it
never
goes.
happy with
It'd be
a
nice
set
to
of
be. It would
wire,
be nice
you
to
know.
be on his good books. It'd be nice to be on a lot of people's good books. But
Well, yeah.
yeah.
I can't get on people's good books because I'm a dick, I've learned.
Really, Carl?
Yeah, I've learned this. Yeah, apparently. God knows.
Who's been calling you a dick now?
Me.
It's you.
No one in particular. I just know this, but I kind of
Hang on.
appreciate it too.
Did you also find a magical phone from 2027, and you're just sending mean texts back to yourself from the future? You're a dick, Carl. What? Who's this from? It's from me. What the fuck?
I talk to someone, ain't I? You know.
Yeah.
Build myself up, you know. It's like I like a callus on my foot.
Yeah. So honestly,
Anyway.
I think my problem might be slightly different from being a dick, though. Might probably just the fact that a little bit the opposite. I don't really like. There's other people who just go like, "Fuck it, I think I'm good enough. I'm going to force myself onto this stage," and I don't have the.
Well,
I
don't
don't
think
have
I'm
the
good enough,
balls for
and I'm going
that.
to force myself on anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I just I don't know. I as I say, I like to wait till I've been asked, basically. But
See,
I think
I
that's
don't
probably
get
a
that
bad
because
way of doing it.
well, that isn't a way of doing it. Like, I think the whole business model is that we have to ask to get the gigs.
Oh no, I mean I'll ask to get like standard gigs and stuff like that. But when it comes to like an actual proper gig that someone wants to offer me, I don't know.
What do you mean?
There's certain ones that people go for, like hot water and things like that. And could I go up on stage and could I get a spot? Probably, if I actually fucking bothered to record a set.
Yeah.
Do I think that I'm gonna blow them a fucking way when I get there? I don't know.
No, I don't think you should be thinking that.
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I say that. I mean, I suppose it'd be great if you are thinking that.
The way I've always looked at comedy, the way I've always looked at comedy has always been like it's a 10-year plan, and these first few years, I'm not looking to get gigs. I'm not looking to make money off of it. I am just go to as many open mics where people don't give a shit about you and haven't paid a ticket price to get in.
Yeah.
Because those are the guys that are actually going to tell you whether you're good or not.
But do they even know though? If they're just a casual crowd anyway.
Well,
and can you ever know?
The most part won't, but that's why you do so many. It's a scientific. That's why I like it. Actually, it is a very scientific methodology. If you get like one good gig, you can't prove that your material's good from that one good gig. You can't prove it's good from 2 good gigs. You can't prove it's good from 3. You need to prove it's good from 30. And during that entire time, you're always developing shit.
Yeah, it's more about you, what skill you're at, rather than I suppose your material. Because every day you're.
Well, it's both, isn't it? It's both because like the material is you in a way because it's like it's what you find interesting, what you find funny. And then on top of that, you've got to add, like you say, the whole persona over the top of it. The whole stupid things like you and me, like we know, like occasionally you'll just come across a joke and you say it one way, and it's like, well, that died on its arse. But for some reason, you add like an extra word, or you leave a beat between 2 of the words, and suddenly it's the third. It's
like
that's what I like about it. It's that gradual tweaking, that gradual
the actual the process of like the joke writing.
Yeah, it's so good.
And the actual like thinking. Yeah, because Joe Seinfeld talks a lot about it, about how literally like a word can make all the difference. Just changing when you say it. I think the structure of when you say something as well makes a huge difference.
The weirdest thing is like words that mean exactly the same thing, but because you use one in relation to another, there's something about the cadence of it that makes people go, that one's funnier. It's weird.
Yeah, and also as well how it's hard to measure as well, even more because whoever's measuring it will measure it differently because it's so subjective. That's the word.
Exactly. It's like there's I saw Mr. Badger's got into some trouble. He had his first cancellation
Oh, did he?
Yeah, like genuinely, because someone.
I mean,
respect
for the fact he got to it now.
Yeah, his first cancellation for woke stuff. Like literally, someone was like cancel cultured him and was like, "Do you know what kind of jokes this act does? You can't have them in your theatre." It's like, oh, fuck off. Just eat a bag of dicks, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's financial, motherfucker. If he brings in the tickets, fuck off. It's like it's like the thing with Dave Chappelle, where there was that theatre that cancelled Dave Chappelle. You know how many complaints for Dave Chappelle they got? It was like 10. That's literally like that. It's that range, right? You know how many people bought tickets to go and see Dave Chappelle? Fucking thousands, motherfucker! What are you doing?
Why did they cancel it in that case then? Like, I don't understand that. It must have been more than 10, surely.
It's personal reasons. It's personal reasons.
Oh wait,
because they've got some other. They've got something else down the line, and that'll be a woke thing, like a musical or something that's going to be, drawing a different kind of crowd, and that'll be running for more dates than Dave Chappelle. And so, fuck Dave Chappelle. We're going to take that money instead. And again, it's financial. Fine, it's financial. But don't act like you're fucking better than anyone. You're not.
I mean, it seems weird anyway. About see, this is like surely the venue would be a place that would understand the financial thing. I mean, assuming that a load of people aren't going to come in a few months for whatever reason, it's very short-minded to assume that.
It is, exactly. And also, like, who gives a shit? How many people are constantly keeping tabs of everything that's on at their local NEC or theatre or whatever? They're not. They just Google occasionally, and it's like, oh, look, who's going to be at the O2 Academy on this weekend? I'll go there. They don't give a shit. They went to go and see 50 Cent. They don't give a fuck. My Chemical Romance were there the previous fucking week.
Yeah. It's not about where the thing is. You're not going there because of the venue itself.
Yeah.
You don't really like the bricks in the NEC or whatever. You're going to see the thing that's there.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have nice bricks at the NEC, to be fair, but
they're fucking high quality. I mean, if you get yourself an opportunity, take a look. But
that's
get the security guards to give you the secret tour. Tell them Nathan sent you.
Nathan sent you for the secret tour of the top quality brick.
Yeah, actually, don't say that because you might get bummed. But
true. Say Nathan. Well, if you want to get bummed, say Nathan sent me. Definitely say Nathan sent me.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get bummed, say
Nathan sent me.
Nathan.
Can I have the secret tour? Don't bum me.
No. Say Nathan sent me. If you want to get the tour and bummed. If you want the tour and not get bummed, say Nathan received me.
Yeah. Okay.
All right then. So let's finish up here.
Yeah, we've had multiple rants. We've had lots of videos to watch. I'm gonna have to get some decent videos together for you next time on a vague.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think this is the best way of doing it, Carl. Genuinely.
Yeah,
this feels like a new level.
Yeah, maybe
it's
next
good,
time.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Have like longer thing we can break down or something. We can both just bring some as well. Or we could just do this for now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think we're gonna we can get ourselves some some segments on the go as we go along because you got some talent there for finding weird shit, Carl, and I appreciate that.
That was
I want to find out
before.
what my talent is. I want to find out whether my talent's for interesting shit, sickening shit, depressing shit. Who knows? Who knows what emotion I will bring?
I'd rather we kept away from the depressing, but everything else, sure.
Oh no, Carl! I'm going to make it as depressing as possible.
Oh, we're going to
I want people to leave our show. Yeah, I want people to leave our show, go and watch the Bicentennial Man, and think, man, that was up.
That was a beat. That was
Yeah.
That made me feel better.
Yeah.
It's cutting out so much. It cut out then because I didn't even hear you finish the sentence. Then, like I was just assuming what you said.
Oh well, there we go.
yeah, it works still.
Yeah, but I think this has been a good little test. I'm more than happy with this, man. This is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I like doing like this. It's more fun. Like, but I think we've done the other stuff for well, not as far as we can, but it's just this feels a bit more natural right now. So,
what I think is, to be honest, it was like a development as well because we've both done the sort of natural talking comedic stuff for a while. But having that thing of like, oh no, I've got to focus on an individual project for this particular podcast helped with
it's
us
hard.
like aiming our direction in the podcast.
Yeah. So it's hard to stick to one particular thing the whole time while also having the freedom to do everything, which is what we always do. We were going a lot of tangents, and you can do that with video. It's also very easy to clip out and put on YouTube too. All right, then, I'm going to finish off the stream then. Remember, everybody, don't kill yourself with... Actually, we were just talking about killing yourself, actually. So that's beautiful. OD on nitrous oxide. That's the...
Have a great time doing it.
Yeah.